I'll give it to you. You on a streak. You on a
I had
little
to
streak
get
right
back.
now when it comes
And
to
that's
the bets.
crazy
I
because
think
that
I
was
think I
you.
think that I
That
think
was
that
you,
crypto
bro.
shit
You
got
think
you a
that's
little
it?
bit wise in the. I think it's helped you in the betting space a
Yeah, I
little bit
mean,
because you do a whole lot of
low
gambling over
key,
there, anyways.
low
So low
key,
key, it's
low
got you a little
key.
bit better at gambling. First, I feel like
Yo,
I used
yo.
to just take your money, but you up on me like 3 bets right now. I'm kind of
That's
tight
a
about
fact.
that
That's a
still.
fact. Little baby, bow, $20. Mario Kart, bow, $30. Now Diddy, he getting low key. I was shocked because I realized I fucked up on our bet. Right? I'm like, yo, I reread it. I'm like, yo, I said I got the under on 8. I meant I want 8 and under. I'm cooked. Like, if this nigga gets 8, I'm gonna have to pay because I didn't clear it up.
Yo,
But I was like, no, I
yo,
meant
that's
an
crazy.
under. So
Yeah,
I
that
caught
that
a
that that Diddy
nice
stuff
low.
was crazy. I ain't
I
gonna lie,
caught
that
a
Diddy
nice
stuff was
low.
crazy. I really thought they're gonna try to hang him with at least one of them sex trafficking cases. That's what I was banking on, yeah.
Low key, I
But
was
they
tapped
didn't.
in with the case a
I
little
don't, I
bit. I
don't,
was
I don't,
tapped
I
in
don't,
with
I
the case
didn't
a
think he
little
was
bit.
gonna.
I
I
didn't
didn't think
think
he was gonna get Rico, but I thought he might
he
have
was
caught him
trafficking joint.
lacking with the sex trafficking joint. But they didn't still. So that saved you from that bet, bro. You lucky, yo.
So I go
Look,
away. I go
look,
away
look
with the
what we
case.
look what we betting, bro. Betting man's life on the line, man's whole life on the line. We making $20 bets.
Fire,
That's
fire.
crazy.
Yo, I was shook last minute though. I was like, yo, they ain't announced it yet, nothing like that. So
Yeah. Yo, Strat, give me a mic check. Give me a mic check. I hope everybody can hear everybody right now. Hope everyone can hear everybody. We're using a different
Oh
program
my
today.
god.
Strat, your camera is like frozen.
that's mad
You're join-
dog, bro.
Oh,
Nigga
hear
look
me?
like he in
Can y'all
Resident
hear me?
Evil.
Oh my god.
I think you got a little echo to it, so slightly.
Hello? Can you hear me?
There we go. But yeah, your camera like what
The
are
camera's
you
cooked.
using, bro? Your camera
Hey man.
sucks.
It doesn't look that bad for me. What do you mean?
Your camera sucks on this
Am I
end, bro.
tripping?
That joint sucks.
Let me see what this looks. Hey, this looks fantastic, bro. I don't know what you
Yeah,
mean.
I don't know. On your end, it might look fantastic. Over here, your joint is cooked. Yo, do you guys see the on this pro? Oh, or do I only see the Wi-Fi meter thing? Do y'all see that joint too?
I don't think so.
Maybe okay. I think my screen is a little bit different for you because maybe I'm the host. But Strat's Wi-Fi is like
I don't even
trash.
know why it's on Wi-Fi, bro. I don't understand what's going on over here.
Like no, it's just saying your signal. Like it's saying like your signal.
I don't
That little
understand that.
icon?
I
You
noticed
froze right now.
that.
You just
I don't
froze.
know why.
you just froze. You just froze right
You,
now,
you'd
bro.
think I had Rogers or something.
At least your audio is good, bro. I guess we're gonna see your goofy smile out podcast right now because that shit's stuck right now. It's just stuck.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this better fix J Main's mic issue. If it doesn't, yeah, we're going back to Discord. But
I like
we
Discord
gonna
better, bro.
see. We gonna see. We gonna see. We
We might
definitely
really
gonna see.
standstill pitch.
I know this guy the joint shit is frozen. It's hilarious.
Yo, how do I? Is
We
there
might
a
have to
way?
just keep it. We might have to just keep it like that still because it's kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, why is it like this though? I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know. Let me remove your scene, bro. Say something. Okay, we still could hear. Okay, no, you back?
that's-
You back?
that's-
You back?
There we go.
There we go. There. Yo, chat, man, chat. We back with another podcast. That boy J Maine is late as usual. We're gonna try and wait for him before we get started. But before that, I do want to shout y'all out. You know what I mean? I do owe y'all. You know what I mean? I said last podcast, man, give us 110 likes minimum, and y'all did that. So I did promise some PSN codes. So I'm not even only PSN codes. I'm gonna give it any $10 voucher y'all want. I'm gonna give away 3. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give away 3. But what's it called? So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give y'all another challenge though. This podcast, man. Let's get it to 130. We gotta up it. 130 minimum. You know what I mean? By the next podcast, it better be 130. Then I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do for y'all. But yo, shout out to y'all for pulling up, tapping in with your boys. It's been a hot minute. I think we haven't done a podcast. It feels like 3 weeks or almost 3 weeks at least.
Hey, when one of the main hosts wasn't shaking ass, the other one was.
Exactly. That boy J Main want to be outside so bad, bro. Like he's old. Like stay inside.
Nah, that was what it was. Kofi was looking for any excuse to not do the pod. It was like, "Yo, it's raining outside. No pod today."
Yeah, you ain't telling no lies, bro. But let me shout out a couple people in the chat as we wait for J Main to pop his goofy ass head up in here. Man probably got his do-rag on too tight right now as we speak, bro. Jonathan C, Arcade, it was good. Who else up in here? Alex PSX, Jay Harvey in the chat. Still waiting on that Hunter x Hunter video. Blade X. Who else up in here, man? Say what up in the chat. We got Jazzy Jefferson, Black Dragon. We got Cloud up in here. Who else up in here? We got Max. We got Tim. Who else up in here? We got Max City. One no buy says, "Damn, that TV old as hell." Yo, don't be making fun of this beautiful CRT TV. The funny thing is, I think I paid like 2 bills for this TV. That's crazy. In 2025, I paid 2 bills for this TV, bro. You know what I mean? But you guys have to understand, playing retro games on yeah, bro, playing retro games on like modern TVs, they don't hit, bro. They don't hit. They don't hit.
I don't remember
yo,
this back, but then
when I play like joints, like N64 games, PS2 games on the CRT, this shit it just hit different. But the thing is, you know what I forgot about these damn TVs? When you turn this joint on, there's like a humming. There's like a humming noise that just stays. That low key's type annoying, bro. I'm like, damn, yeah, them CRTVs be humming. But honestly, I've been meaning to buy a CRT for a very long time. I found one, so I'm very happy about that. And it's dope, man. I love playing my retro games on it, bro. We got Leaky in the chat. Why Bandcraft? What's up? We got Kempachi. Yo, that boy J Main is still not here. There you go. God damn.
Oh, okay. I'm like, how do
damn.
I was back there trying to figure out how to join this motherfucker.
Yeah, I was doing that for a good 10 minutes. I was on that for a good 10 minutes.
You figure it out, J Main.
This looked like some what's
this
that
like
shit? StreamYard.
Google. Nah, this looking like some Google Hangout type shit, like from back in the day. Remember Google Hangout?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This chat on the left, that's the YouTube comments.
I believe so. Yes, I believe so. That is the YouTube comments. I did all of this just to see if this is gonna solve your mic problems. Then after, maybe I might be able to customize the page. That boy Strat's having difficulties. I don't know.
I'm gonna fix the cam.
This can be so shit when it comes to this. I don't know what's going on with that boy. Aren't you using your cell phone or something like that?
I was, but I tried to use this other little camera.
Right.
I tried to use this other little camera. So,
how do I adjust y'all levels? Y'all kind of loud.
While we low?
No, y'all loud on my end.
Oh, you just gotta turn on your
headphones.
headphones.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, bro.
Oh, okay.
Can y'all hear us?
It's weird.
I know.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. We here.
Looks like we got everybody in the room now. You know what I mean? We got everybody in the room now, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the podcast, man. J Man, yo, how you been, man?
Just tired, my nigga.
You been outside. Juneteenth, you want the pod
off?
Oh,
yeah, Juneteenth, I need to cut off.
Denise graduation, you want the pod off. This boy been taking mad pods off, bro. Holy.
Matter of fact, I ain't gonna be here next. Like, now, stop. I had to take Juneteenth off, though. I had to go see Lupe Fiasco. That was fire.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he came to my city and performed for like an hour straight, too. I was surprised. I was like, oh, that was lit. So that was dope. Yeah, we ain't been here for about 3 weeks. I think the week before that, you went to the Kendrick shit.
Yeah, I went to the Kendrick shit. So
twice too. Yeah. I seen you.
Yes, sir. I
think. I don't even think. Did we do one since the Switch 2 dropped?
No.
Damn.
Really? Nah.
Yeah, because June 5th was the week the Switch dropped, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that when the Switch dropped? And then
we definitely gave our Switch impressions. We definitely did that, bro.
Nah.
The
concert was June 12th, right?
That's crazy.
Oh wait, we did a
Damn.
show. We did a show at
Yeah,
Monday or
we did.
Tuesday.
Yeah, we didn't do it on a
Before
Thursday. That's what it
that's what
was.
it was. Oh yeah. So we haven't had a
That's what
show
it
since
was.
like the 10th. I think it was 10th.
Okay. But we here now, man. You know what I mean? We here. The most consistent podcast ever, bro. We here.
Easily.
Not
even a question.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, yo. Welcome to another episode of Good Gaming. If you haven't watched the podcast before, welcome. If you're a regular, I'm glad that you're here. We're gonna go around and just see what everyone's been up to, man, since our last podcast. What everyone's been playing. I kind of know what everybody's been playing because we all been hooked on the same damn game, so we might as well just start there, yo. Like, I'm pretty sure we all been playing Death Stranding, bro, right?
Yeah, ever since that came out, that's all I've been playing.
Bro, I've been no life in that joint, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't been this locked in on one single game in a hot minute, bro. I put down everything, bro.
Yo,
Even
Kofi.
Mario Kart don't get as much play anymore. Rematch, haven't even touched that. I did play like 3 matches of rematch. I haven't touched that.
This course been on Kofi cheeks, bro. You're like, yo, man's running around talking about game of the summer. He ain't played it all summer. Yo, them boys been tight.
I'm sorry, bro.
Rematch kind of shot themselves in the foot with that crossplay shit too.
Bro, a little bit. That's why that boy Tony, we got the crypto millionaire here, doesn't want to spend an extra $40 just to play with the Magnum on PC. Bro. Like, that's so lame, bro.
For a beta, it was all good, but lock 10 long time. I'm not playing on no PC, bro.
He want them trophies. He want them trophies.
Absolutely, that's an easy platinum too. I need that.
You know this guy Tony's a nasty guy because I swear just a couple of months ago, or it might have been last year, this man made a whole YouTube video saying how trophies are lame and they don't matter. And this guy's been on a competition with me trying to pass me trophies, bro. Come on, bro.
J-Main, that's the thing. I did drop that video. Absolutely. I was slandering PlayStation. You got niggas like Kofi with I Am Mayo Platinums, devaluing the system, a bunch of double pop platinums. I'm like, yo, this shit useless. I'm not doing this shit no more. Then this nigga Kofi passed me. Now I gotta beat it to now it's not. Now I got a reason. I gotta overtake him. So I've been rocking on the platinums again.
Nah, Tony doing it for the love of the game. I respect it.
All right.
That's crazy.
But yo,
crazy.
Kofi, you say you know life Death Stranding too. You know who really know life in Death Stranding too?
That boy Strat. Yo, that boy hasn't taken a shower in like 3 weeks, bro. Oh God, bro. That boy
how many hours you got in that game,
bro?
It's like 50, bro.
Just like 50. That's it.
That's it.
I can't even lie. I'm not too far off. I might be. I think I'm at like 45 hours in that game right now. I'm not too far off.
I think I got like 20. I think 20.
I'm at like 35. I think.
Yo, Jamin, you got 20 hours?
Yeah, like 25.
I'm impressed.
Bro,
I was ready for you to come on the podcast and be like, I played this shit for 30 minutes, bro. Like, I'm not.
Hell no.
That boy got 20 hours in it. Yeah,
bro,
that game was
everything.
really good.
Everything. Because I feel like I didn't fully experience the first one in terms of like doing a lot of the side stuff because I had just wanted to beat it at that point. Like, all right, let me just see it through and see how I really feel about it. So now I'm just like, I'm doing all the missions, like building all the roads. Only thing I'm not really doing is like returning like lost packages.
Lost cargo?
I'm not doing. Yeah.
You need to, bro. If you're trying to 5-star the joints.
Just do the standard joints. Just do the standard missions for them.
But you know what? Death Stranding, I played now. How I'm playing Death Stranding 2, I could see that I definitely played. I didn't get my full enjoyment out of Death Stranding 1.
Yeah, facts.
Stuff that you unlock after 5-starring each what's it called, little community or whatever any place, you get some really dope shit.
Yeah.
So if
and the
Death
first
Stranding
game
has a lot of dope stuff in that, then I missed some shit, bro. I need to go back.
Yeah, you missed a lot. Because I was wondering too, like I was watching footage of the first one. I'm like, how did they get this shit? How did they get that? And I went online and looked it up. I was like, oh, you got to like get more stars in the places and they give it to you. But in this one, they kind of tell you what you get from each place. From if you go to the what is it called? The corpus or some shit like that, where you get to read all that new information about.
They really tell you everything though?
Yeah, they tell you like if you unlock a certain weapon from them, they'll tell you like if you keep doing missions for them, you'll unlock a silence weapon or you'll unlock a new tool or some shit like that. Like they'll say that. I don't think they did that in the first one, so it was kind of just like people didn't see no reason to keep like 5-star in it unless you did it for the love of the game.
Yeah. I guess we don't have to be so organized. We could just go around, just giving our impressions of that joint. Tony, you've been spending a lot of time playing that game, enjoying it. What is it? Peak, man. It's the game of the year. You played Expedition and you beat that. You got that platinum too. So how does it compare?
Sir.
Is it taking over? Is it taking the spot?
Absolutely. That was my game of the year. And I just came off playing Death Stranding 1 and finishing it for the first time. And I was like, that was heat. That was heat. But are they really gonna? I might be tired of Death Stranding now because I just put 100 hours into the first game. Are they gonna do that much different from the second one? This shit, I don't know. But I was proven wrong. This is the first PS5 game they released. You know what I mean?
Here we go. Here we go.
I knew you was gonna say that dumb shit.
Here we go.
It's the first PS5 game. It's the greatest sequel of the generation. You know what I mean?
My God.
Every improvement they could make that was made here. The visuals are nicer, the pacing's better, like the unlocks are better, UI better. Like every single improvement is here, man. It's I love to see it. It's a game of the year. It's game of the year so far, yo.
That's dope. J-Main, you?
Oh man.
20 hours deep.
25 hours deep. What can I say? Visuals. A beautiful game. When it comes to like the atmosphere and the
character models.
The character models, especially in the cutscenes.
Probably the best. In a hot minute. I don't know what to compare it to, but
the photorealism that they reach for and obtain in this game is kind of scary sometimes when you're looking at them characters, especially in like the cutscenes and stuff like that. And then to do all of it at 60 frames per second, I think it even runs close to, or if not up to it, for most part, even on the base PS5. So the Pro, I was actually hoping the Pro would have like a high frame rate mode. Just because it seems like it's running at a lock 60 with no problem, even in like the performance mode. So I think they could get a high frame rate mode, maybe bump it up to like 70 or 80 frames or something like that. With the HDMI 2.0 with a VRR display. What can I say? The skill tree like in this game is a nice addition that adds to it, gives you a little bit of more of a customization over your Sam. As far as what type of abilities you want attached to him. They got kind of like different categories of which ones you could choose from. Yeah, go ahead. You can jump in.
I was going to say, I feel like I might have a different little perspective than probably even me, Kofi, and Strat. Because for me, the skill tree is always maxed out, because they just give you so much points for leveling up the system. So it's like every time I get points, I got the next upgrade.
Right. I've been out of space.
I definitely have a lot of points that I can upgrade, but the thing is, some of the upgrades I don't like. I remember, I forgot, the device. I forgot the name for the actual device that actually lets you scan the environment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot the name. I forgot what's actually called. But there's one upgrade there's that one upgrade that it makes it mad narrow but mad far. After using that for a bit, I do not like it. I actually don't like it. I actually like the when the radius is actually wide. Maybe it's not. Yeah, it's more wide, but it's not as far. I actually prefer it because I found myself low key kind of missing packages to my left and right sometimes when I was.
It recharges pretty quickly, so you can just turn the camera and you got it another whole section.
I found it to be more work. So I actually reverted from that skill tree. Personally,
another skill I don't use. I don't know. Kofi a bum. So is Strat. They're not playing on the hardest difficulty because there's no trophy. I mean, they're not real soldiers. They don't. I'm
gonna tell you right now, I ain't playing on the hardest.
So I'm on the hardest difficulty. Right?
Yeah, an extra stressy.
I do not have that the auto aim upgrade either. I don't even know what that's like. I didn't
is that what that is? I was gonna upgrade that too.
Hey, little do you know, Tony, the game has auto aim on by default. All right.
Now the aim assist is strong as hell.
Yeah,
it does. It kind of needed it. I think that was what was wrong with the first game. Like it just made the shooting feel off.
And if when you're alerted, J-Main, I swear it kind of faces the direction of the goon that spots you anyways. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it slows it down. And it slows it down so you can line up your shot if you want to get a headshot or anything.
It kind of makes me want to play on the hardest difficulty only because they slow down after every single kill. It's like you don't gotta slow down after every kill, dog. Like make it like Horizon a little bit, where you gotta kind of push the the stick in, and it slows down for a timer.
Slow down
But
time.
you can't spam. Like it kind of OD a little bit with that. Like they make it
Mhm.
too easy with the combat in that aspect.
Mhm.
Like Tony was saying, the pacing of the game is way better than the first one. Like
Yeah.
within the first 5 hours, you already like getting into some crazy combat, crazy scenarios. You're getting like the full-fledged experience of the stealth and using different type of guns and stuff like that. I feel like I got so many guns right now because I'm the type, like if y'all saw what I be carrying around, y'all be like, this nigga's wild. I'm the type that I gotta carry around at least one of everything that I unlock. So,
He crazy.
so
You need space for the
my book
packages,
bag,
bro.
no, look, my book bag be like stacked all the way up.
I
But
mean,
then I put like the ladders and all that other stuff on the trike, on like the bike shit.
Oh,
So then when I get
okay,
to a
okay,
place,
okay.
I just dump everything in the bike
the
underneath like
trike.
Nah,
You don't got the truck already.
nah, hell
He
no.
doesn't have the truck. He
That's
doesn't have the
bro.
truck.
The truck goes everywhere I go, bro. I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Need
Like
the
with
truck, bro.
yeah, it would be the same thing for me. Like I would take the truck everywhere. So
I guess you don't got the skateboard yet.
Oh, I got that joint. I got
That's why I got it.
Are you talking
I'd
about
rather-
you talking about the coffin?
I'd rather have my.
Yeah,
I'd rather have my truck. Rather have my truck, bro.
I had the coffin for a minute and I didn't use it, right? And I'm walking, I run into a nigga coffin on the ground. I'm like, yo, let me see what this is
Pick it
for.
up.
Fire! I've been using it more than the bike recently. You know what I mean?
Can't carry as much though.
Yeah, I be wanting to
what?
carry
Honestly, the
everything.
cheat code is the like the cargo van, the one that you could put the attachments for the auto pickup. I don't know.
auto
if
pickup.
I don't know
God.
if you've seen clips of that, but
I
there's
did.
there's a device that literally when you're driving by it, like it senses packages and it picks it up. That shit comes in handy.
Oh, you don't even got to press nothing. It just picks it up
No.
automatically.
It just picks it up automatically. It's like a sensor.
Oh shit!
It's fire. It's fire. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's the best way to go if you're trying to 5-star stuff because it just carries the most things. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if you just want to deliver, it just carries the most things. So,
And lastly, I'll say about like my impressions is like with the story. I really like it. I was wondering where they were gonna go with this one. Especially when I seen like some of the returning characters and like trailers and shit like that. I'm like, I wonder what they're gonna do with this. But I really like what they did in the beginning of the game to kind of subvert expectations a little bit. I didn't expect that to happen in the beginning like that. So I'm interested. Like I really like what's going on with the story too.
I like the new characters too. The pregnant Asian woman. Ho 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 ho.
Rainy,
Ho 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 ho.
or whatever her name is, Rainy or something. And tomorrow,
Honestly,
yeah.
I fuck with the new character. I fuck with the new cast. I fuck with the new cast too.
Yeah, honestly, the game is honestly one of the better sequels that we have gotten in a long time. I will agree with Tony there. I think Kojima has done a fantastic job just improving overall just the quality of life of Death Stranding. Like the game is a lot more streamlined than the first one. You know what I mean? So the ideas are a little bit more, just the ideas are just he just put it together way better this time around. And streamlined. I think that's the word. I think that's the word. Yeah, it's a lot more streamlined than the last Death Stranding. So I think honestly,
I feel sorry for Kofi, man.
yeah, because I have to go back and play the old joint. It's definitely gonna be a lot harder to go back and play the old joint again. Even though I already beat it, I just want to go back and get that.
Oh, you're trying to get the platinum.
I'm trying to get the platinum. That's why. So it's gonna be hard to go
it
back.
Looks good. You at least got that.
Yeah. But it's so streamlined. The gameplay is tough. The unlocks in the game so far have been really great.
Huge.
Australia, part of Mexico have been dope. One part that we really need to touch on the game is I like how they added because the whole point of Death Stranding is traveling. So I do like how they added a whole bunch of elements to the game, like earthquakes.
And the rainstorms, the sandstorms. Oh my god, bro! I couldn't see shit for like forever.
You cannot see nothing in the sandstorms. They also added this feature, or when it's raining, then also it's harder to cross rivers, like the water rises and stuff like that, like a little cool shit like that they have added into the game, as well as these BT-like creatures that you encounter in the world. I thought that was a pretty cool addition.
Wait until y'all start playing Pokemon. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? So that shit was really cool. Yeah, he cooked. Honestly, this game's the best game I've played this year so far, hands down. I've yet to play Expedition fully. I've only put like a few hours into it, so I'm not gonna jump out the window all the way yet. I want to play that game and experience it, but right now, this game is definitely taken over my game of the year, which was Split Fiction prior. But I think this game got it, bro. I think this is
way better than Split Fiction.
Oh yeah, this game got it.
I gotta go beef with J Maine though. J Maine needs to lock him, bro. I ain't see no bridge.
I'm the number one porter around here, bro. I don't want to hear anything.
Yo, they be hating on me, bro. Nah, I gotta address this. I got
600. I got over 600,000 likes.
Bro, they be hating on my joints in Death Stranding. If you see my shit and you don't like my shit, fuck you. I just want to put that out there. You know why? Bro, I built the sickest fucking zip line system. Yo, I have a sick ass.
Bro, we driving out here. Nobody using the zip line, bro.
Bro, every time I pop up to see my shit, 0 likes. They hating on my shit, bro.
You know why they not? You know why? Because they're on my roads. They're driving on my roads.
I'm definitely building the roads, though.
Everybody driving on my roads.
You know what cheese me, bro? I put in mad work on one of the roads, right? 90% of the materials. I build the road and I drive back along the road. I see another nigga name with like 200,000 likes.
No. That's not likes for that bridge. That's his likes in total.
Yo, bro, they be hating on me in that game, bro. Yo, you know what be pissing me the fuck off in Death Stranding, bro? I was traveling. Let me tell you something. I was traveling through the desert. I was going to the Pioneer. Mans who playing the game know where the Pioneer is. I was traveling to the Pioneer, bro. Jamie, let me tell you something. There was a random bridge in the middle of nowhere, bro. It wasn't the bridge. Yo, let me tell you something. The bridge was in the middle of nowhere, bro. The bridge is just a random built bridge, just in the dunes. For no fucking reason. I walked on that joint just to see the likes. That's 70K likes. Niggas hating on my shit, bro. How does the bridge is the most
placing them correctly, bro.
I dismantled that shit so fucking quick. I was hating on that shit. Dismantle, nigga. Got that shit out of there, bro.
You know what I've been finding out though? Like when I go to places, there already be shit built there that I was going to build. So like, do y'all be seeing that a lot, or is it just like?
Hey, you know what you do? You place a little charger there. You place a little sticker. You place another little thing. If they drive by, they'll like it. You know what I mean?
Two things. I don't build. If I build a generator, I build it. Charge up, take it down. I ain't wasting my bandwidth.
Wow.
I ain't wasting the bandwidth. It's coming down.
You know my bandwidth. My bandwidth's not even a quarter full, bro. But I still got all these likes.
That's because you on the road, bro. So I only use my bandwidth on the zip lines or maybe 1 or 2 bridges every now and then.
The game is fire, people, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say to y'all boys, but the game is absolutely fire, bro. Death Stranding 2 on the beach is everything that man's been waiting for, bro. The game is great, bro. I'm really enjoying it. It seems like a lot of people who are playing are really enjoying it. And we didn't even really get into talking about the BTs in this game too tough. But I do like they added kind of like a different type. Yeah, I know, right? I do like how they added a different type of BT, and I do like the interaction when you do get caught this time around versus the
ones that can see you.
Bro. This is the only nigga that's been caught, bro.
I definitely didn't get caught with that.
Bro, you know why? Yo, I actually play this game more so as that's why if you haven't pre'd my porter grade. My combat shit be thing because I actually try to play this game low-key stealthy. You know what I mean? I really do. I actually play more stealth than usually. Like I know Tony, I was talking to him earlier. He said he's pulling out the Magnum and blasting the BT.
Bro, I
try to play a little bit more stealth. But I remember one time I did try to get into. I'm like, you know what? Fuck. Let me just see what happens. Let me use this shotgun to take down one of these floating BTs with the eyes. 4 shots. Cleaned them up, cleaned them right up. That's nice and easy. It's fun playing it. It's fun playing the game stealthy though. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I mean, I usually start like that, and then like if somebody see me, I just go all out. Like I know you can re-hide again, but I'd be like, fuck it, I got all these weapons on me, I might as well use them. And then like they got like a couple boss fights I played already too. I really like those as well.
I thought the boss fight was pretty cool.
Yeah, the boss fight so far has been really dope. Yo, I don't know if this is a thing, but I swear to God, this happened to me. I don't know if it's happened to anyone else or anyone else in the chat can put any input who's playing Death Stranding 2. Bro, are there random boss encounters? Because I'm telling you, bro.
That was me in the first area, yeah.
I had a random boss encounter in the game. It was a giant spider. Bro, it was no story. It was no story cutscene. It was none of that shit. And guess what? I got bodied by it. I ain't gonna hold you. I wasn't prepared for no spider. I didn't even have the guns. I didn't have the guns.
You don't, because you know why? Because Kofi's always walking around. He never got a vehicle.
Bro, you walk too much.
I do walk in the game once too. But yo, bro, I just was not prepared because typically it kind of gives you a heads up. You know, when the story, when you're about to get into it with a boss fight, right? It kind of gives you a head up that come prepared, bro. I was just making a regular delivery, and an earthquake happened. It was the wildest shit. I don't know if anyone experiences an earthquake. Right?
I don't know if y'all encountered
it was near the architect. A giant spider BT popped up.
I know that. I know that area. The area with all the little blocks.
Yeah, bro. Bro, when I died, I went back. The boy didn't spawn again. So I'm like,
I haven't got caught there yet.
It's weird. It was weird. But it was the craziest shit ever, bro.
Further on, you see these like 3 demon dogs, bro. Shit crazy.
Oh, shit.
Spoiler. I'm gonna tap in.
The spider was a spoiler.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna tap in a little bit. I'm gonna tap in a little bit more with the stealth now. I finally got that silent sniper, so finally. Bro, I was running up there with 50, 100 lights worth of packages. Sliver star, bro.
It's weird. Some of those people, like for some reason, they require they require like so much fucking packages to get them to 5-star, bro. Like it's dope. But yeah, I think we ranted and rambled enough about Death Stranding. You know, that's all that we're playing. So there's no point going around the room seeing what else anyone else is playing. I think that's all we're playing right now.
We did load up, a game of Mario Kart like a couple of days ago.
Yeah, we've been playing Mario Kart too, man. The game is still fun. I'm having a great time with Mario Kart. I be playing it here and there, but it's definitely slowed down just a little bit.
Oh, is that Mario Kart night where I got 5 dubs in a row? Good times, good times.
Talk your shit, right?
It definitely slowed down a little bit because of Death Stranding, but I'm still having a blast with that game. I've clocked 55 hours in that game. I bring it to work when I get an opportunity. I do some races and stuff like that. So I'm having a good time with Mario Kart still, but definitely been put on the back burner a little bit because of Death Stranding. So, all right. So that's our impressions of that, man. Let's move on to some other topics. So we missed like a couple of weeks, so I'm not gonna really go over like everything that we missed. I know you guys want to hear us discuss about kind of what's happening currently, so we're gonna stick with those topics first, and if we have some extra time we might go back and talk about some other stuff. But man, let's get to the shit. Let's not waste no time, bro. Let's not waste no time, bro. Xbox.
Men who deserve to be fired, huh?
Xbox. Let's get to it. Introduce the topic for the people.
For the past, I think week or so, there's been like rumors and speculation going around that there's about to be a big Xbox layoff. I think I seen somebody say like it's supposed to be like 2,000 people getting laid off or whatever. So that officially happened. Yeah, what's today? Thursday. Yesterday. Yesterday was the official announcement of it all going down, and the list was pretty extensive.
Real quick, whatever you did, Strat, your camera is like 100 times better.
I had to fucking I had to sign into Google Chrome on this thing for this to work out.
Yeah, I just want to say whatever you did, you fixed it. Your joint is
That's it. Perfect. All I had to do was sign in. This fucking bullshit.
Your joint's perfect. But sorry, Jamie, go ahead.
No, that's cool. So Microsoft as a whole, they laid off like 9,000 people. And within that, of course, the Xbox division lies, ZeniMax and Activision, all of that. So, of course, some of those studios had layoffs, cancellations, and shutdowns. So I got the list here. You want to just go over the list kind of like one by one or just...
All right, bro. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, J-Man's going to go through all the studios and I guess departments that were affected by these layoffs. Right. And we're going to get into it. So,
all right,
let's hear the damage.
Rare, the people that make Sea of Thieves, as of late, of course, back in the day, you might have known them for things like, Banjo and shit, if you was on 360, if you were
Decon racing.
Yeah, shit like that.
So
But
how
they
much your game of the year back then, Kofi?
What you say?
Was it Vita Pinata? That was Kofi.
Viva
game.
Yo, that game was fire.
That's
Yo, I
fire.
stand on that. I stand on
Viva
that.
Pinata.
I'm not
You
embarrassed
keep
about
that
that. I'll
game.
play
That
that
was
joint
one of the
today if
first
it
games
dropped
I
on
played on
PC, bro.
360.
You can
That
keep
joint
that.
is
You can keep
fire,
that
bro.
game. You can keep
You
that
sleep.
game.
You sleep.
So they canceled Everwild, which was a game that they announced a while ago, but we never really got to see anything about it. So yeah, they canceled it.
I really don't care. I want to just real quick, J-Man. That one didn't really affect me too tough to
They
be
didn't
honest.
show anything to affect anything.
Like
they
what
didn't
do we
show
know
nothing.
about that game, bro? Yeah, what do we know about that
The
game?
only
Yeah,
thing
we
I
know
felt about
nothing
that is that I don't give a fuck about Sea of Thieves, and I wanted to see what else they was gonna make besides that. So to see that this got canceled, I was like, all right, they're gonna just be doing Sea of Thieves shit for the foreseeable future before we get something else out of them. So again, I don't give a fuck about Rare anymore at this point until they show me something else than Sea of Thieves. They also had layoffs to go along with that. Of course, if people getting fired or games getting canceled, that's going to mean people is not going to be needed. So yeah, layoffs there. ZeniMax Online had a game that was in development since 2018 that got canceled as part of these layoffs and restructuring.
Well,
so I don't know. I think these people make the Elder Scrolls Online games?
yeah,
Like,
it doesn't.
probably,
I read a rumor today, J-Main, saying that Xbox executives played that game and it was actually it was getting a mad positive reception by everyone who played it. So that's funny that even though they experienced what they've been working on, they thought it was actually pretty brilliant,
and they still
canceled that joint. That's crazy.
You know what that tells me?
I don't know if execs think they know what they think. You know what I mean?
But just but for the simple fact that they felt like it was good, that what they were playing was good. It's just interesting for them to still end up canceling it. You know what I mean?
Phil Spencer said Everwild was shaping up well. Look at that.
Yeah, but Phil Spencer's a liar, bro. But that's the
Shit, we see what Herman Holt said about Concord.
That is true. Maybe these executives,
they don't know.
I don't know what build they playing. They must be playing a different type of build than what we.
That's how
Kofi.
That's Kofi. That's like that's not how he was talking about marathon not too long ago. Like that wasn't the next Star Wars.
Chill. Y'all. I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting into this. Y'all not gonna bait me today. You're not gonna bait me. He's not gonna bait me. He's not gonna bait me today. I'm not. Go ahead.
There was also some layoffs at Call of Duty Ravens Software and Sledgehammer Games. So I know, like with them, they got like a rotation of people that work on the mainline Call of Duties, and then they all kind of pitch in on some of the live service stuff. So some layoffs going on over there. Turn 10 Studios, they got hit with layoffs. 50% of the staff is gone.
They got hit hard, bro.
Yeah, 50%.
Can we stay here for a second?
Last game wasn't hitting though.
Can we stay right here? I think, is this a sign that we do not see Forza Motorsport anymore? Because 50% of staff is kind of nuts. Are they reducing Turn 10 to a support studio?
Because when you think about it, they just launched the new Forza. If they're I'm sure they're gonna work on this for a while, right? And when they start working on another one in the next few years, they'll slowly build up again if needed.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
But the thing is, it seems like that franchise, as someone who's actually played the franchise, I was actually a really big fan of the franchise. I played the original one on the original Xbox, Forza Motorsport 2, 3, 4. I put tons of time in those games. Even 5, I low-key put mad time in. I fell off around 6, 7, and obviously I didn't play much at all of this new joint because it was trash. But it seems like the Motorsport franchise is just taking a nosedive in general, and it's not as popular as it once was. It seems like Forza, it's almost like a Persona situation. Like the spinoff kind of like eclipsed the mainline franchise like big time. So it's definitely interesting to see. Honestly, I'm not so tapped in with the Forza Motorsport community to see how big it is. I do know some people obviously still do play it, but it seems seems with this latest one that it hasn't really been received that well. Like I remember looking at the Steam page not too long ago, and it was like I'm pretty sure like the user reviews are like mostly negative. I don't know if it's changed since then. I'm about to check, but it seems like it just got terrible
I think
reviews.
it got like an 83 Metacritic.
It's mixed. It's mixed right now. It's mixed on Steam. Yeah, it got a decent Metacritic Strat, but it seems like the fans of the franchise were not really rocking with it.
This is
At all.
Game Pass's fault,
He thinks it's a Game Pass issue. I think they changed too much. I think they had like a weird leveling up system with the cars and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was just weird. Remember?
You had to level up every car individually to be able to upgrade it.
I think they might have reverted that by now, but it was just bad though. Like I don't know like what they were cooking with this joint, bro. I have no idea, bro. Damn, that boy J Main disappeared, bro. I need him too, bro.
You hear him? You hear emotion?
That boy J Main gone, bro. I need him, bro. Where he go? He had the joint. He had the list. Oh,
yeah,
man.
the top list.
You see,
does anyone remember off the?
What else got hit?
The game that got cancelled, Perfect Dark.
Okay, I guess we can jump there because that's on the top of our heads, right? So,
the exceptional game.
Y'all remember when Microsoft put together the initiative? There's articles coming out saying this is the first quadruple A studio that exists, right? It has legendary developers from Battlefield, Mass Effect, Rockstar. They did a whole bunch of shit when they, a whole bunch of PR shit when they announced that studio. And it turns out now that they have been affected by these layoffs as well. They actually shutting down the whole shit. They're closing down the doors, bro. They sending them mans packing.
It's been like
the initiative does
almost
not exist
10 years
anymore, bro. Yeah, and Perfect Dark, the game that they were working on, has been canceled. So a lot of people have been really upset about this because unlike Everwild, we actually got a visual of Perfect Dark of what it can be. Apparently it's fake. I heard it was fake.
No, so apparently it wasn't fake. Apparently it was as vertical of a slice as you could get.
Oh, it was a vertical slice.
If you do everything exactly like how the guy did it in the video, things work well. But if you deviate a little bit, that shit could crash or something like that.
Okay. So they put together a vertical slice of what to expect of Perfect Dark. People seen it, they fell in love with it, were excited for it. I wish J-Man didn't crash out because I wanted to ask him because he said that joint looked amazing. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. That boy said that joint looked amazing. I didn't see it, bro. I thought it looked alright, but amazing is a little bit of a stretch, my boy. But when he gets back here, we'll get his take on that. But
I just didn't see that game succeeding.
It's not even that it's succeeding. The franchise.
Nobody wants Perfect Dark had one game.
The franchise, right? It has two. It had Perfect Dark Zero on the 360 and Perfect Dark on the N64. Yeah. Like on the N64, it's like a cult classic. Like the people who played it know it was a great multiplayer game back in the day. It was right up there with like GoldenEye. Like people my age, around that age, know what that game did for multiplayer wise, like local multiplayer. Like it was a good time. But Perfect Dark Zero was not received well at all. It was actually one of my first, I think it was a launch title for the 360, I believe so. If not a launch title, it came shortly after. I remember getting that game, and the game at the time I enjoyed it, but I was young. I remember I tried to go back and play that joint. That joint sucks. It's not good at all, like Perfect Dark Zero. But the franchise, getting a reboot was a little bit exciting. I can't even lie. I wanted to see what they would cook up with it, but I just wasn't really I wasn't really sold on what they showed at that point, but it seemed to have a lot of people's interest. Too bad. I guess it got canceled, man.
I think the biggest
that whole shit down.
Issue with that whole game is when they brought in Crystal Dynamics. That's when you knew it was in trouble.
Yeah, yeah. I remember prior to them bringing Crystal Dynamics to help develop the game, a whole bunch of the heads of that studio left. Because I guess they were having it was just in development hell. So it was already looking a little bit
bad leadership.
Yeah, a lot of people at the heads of that studio left. So Microsoft had to go get Crystal Dynamics to come help with the project. And I heard even Crystal Dynamics even suffered some sort of layoffs not that long ago as well.
Yeah, because they're struggling with Tomb Raider right now.
Yeah, so it seems like the whole situation surrounding Perfect Dark was just a total mess if you actually been paying attention, you know what I mean, to what's happening over there at the initiative. So I guess they didn't have they just shut the shit down. They're like, yo, this game's not coming out anytime soon. It's already been like what, 6 years, 7 years? When did they announce that shit? It's been a while, right?
I feel like
forever, bro.
If it's been 6 years
I
and
feel
y'all
like
not
it's
ready, that means
years,
it's gonna
right?
be 7 years.
I feel like it was announced when the Xbox One was still a thing.
Damn.
I swear. It was. I feel like it was a while, bro. That first
Maybe
trailer
it's
they
just
showed
their
with
OCs, bro.
and the first trailer they showed with the pyramids or whatever. Remember that?
Yeah. It's been a long time, man. So Tony, man, what do you have to say though?
Bro, the man's had to go, bro. They had to go. So if you announce your game 6 years ago and it's not ready, that means it's gonna take another 7.
I can't disagree with them.
And then not only can you not cook by yourself, but we got Square Enix over here. These niggas can't cook either, bro. No, everything gotta go. Everything gotta go.
I feel like you gotta think about it. What in any other industry they would have done the same thing.
That's a fact.
You have a product that's not coming out.
Yo, I'm not with the timeline guy saying, yo, Microsoft, just because Excel makes a ton of money that they gotta support these bombs.
Yeah,
that's not bro. Bro, you're not supposed to just lose money just because these niggas.
There we go.
Excel makes money. Get rid of them niggas.
Windows 365 making the money.
J-Man, you hear us?
Yeah. Check. Mike,
okay,
check.
So pretty much we just jumped to the Perfect Dark situation. You know,
the game
that you thought that looked amazing. The game that you thought looked stellar. The game of the year, your most anticipated game of all time. Like,
come
you know
on,
what I mean?
Stop playing. I just thought it looked like a nice, like futuristic tactical espionage game.
It looked too on rails, man.
I mean, of course, that's what a vertical slice is going to look like, but you at least got the concept that she was going to have like these futuristic like weapons that could help her take down these enemies. I don't know what the overall really mission was, but she was using a lot of stealth and like electrocute enemies. There was some melee combat in there. Like I like the vibe of the setting and stuff like that. I thought it looked cool. I thought it looked great. As far as it getting canceled, I mean, that was one of the games from that showcase that I was looking forward to. So to see that they had that, and then it's now canceled. I mean, I guess that goes to show how much of it probably was real. Like, it probably wasn't much. Like, that's probably all they had at that point.
They probably were like not cooking behind the scenes, bro.
Yeah, that was probably it. And they were just like, nah, it's been how many years? I remember when they first announced the initiative and they were like, oh, this is the quadruple A studio.
Yeah, we were talking about that when you were gone, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, yo. How the fuck you go from that to now being shut down and closed? It was supposedly had already
one game, not even one game, bro.
And they was talking about them like, it's not a big team, but it's a team made up of a bunch of like.
I was just saying that veterans,
like veterans,
God of War devs, man,
from different studios. I'm like, okay, like it sounds good, but if you ain't gonna show me nothing, then really what does it mean? So even though these layoffs is bad, I do kind of agree with Tony in these aspects. Is like some of these studios, they've been, they've been sitting on the pot for too long, and they haven't shitted nothing out. So if that's gonna be the case, then you gotta go. That's
Like I'll be lying. That's why you didn't see me up and down the timeline cussing Xbox and have Xbox. Like, to be honest, bro, like some of these joints, like, bro,
Kofi,
like
I could see you in that Paris lane, I could see you in that Paris. I feel like you could swerve into that lane, bro.
I can swerve into that lane. I can swerve. You think I can get myself a little cyber chair, bro? I might have to, bro. You know what I mean? I'm about to just send a couple of condolences to some developers, and I'm right there, bro. You know what I mean?
Put a little sad face on it in the replies.
The way I see it is, you just gotta have empathy for everyone.
Just for the next day, back to shaking ass, just because some Helldivers hit the console, bro. Holy, bro. They crazy. What happened to the
Xbox
empathy
handheld.
and all the everyone in the Xbox cap was so sad just 18 hours ago, bro.
They don't give a
18
fuck
hours
about
ago,
the
they don't give a
Because
fuck
now they got
no more. They got
games, bro.
no, because they got Helldivers and they got a new narrative right now. PlayStation is
Yo.
third party, bro. So they straight, bro.
Not a
They
single
straight.
person was like, yo, y'all remember them devs that got laid off yesterday?
Dog,
Y'all give a
18
fuck about
hours,
them
man. Don't
devs?
give a fuck no more, bro. That's craziness, bro. What happened to all of that, man? So a lot of people are performative online, and not only like just a lot of people are performative. Look, listen. You know, I actually know somebody who was actually really affected, and I think when you know somebody, you kind of like like that sucks, you know, because you feel for them, right? But you know, a lot of these people like be randoms that like a lot of people be kind of they saw real people behind there, but they don't know them. But when you know someone, I guess I can understand. But a lot of that shit, a lot of people doing is
gaming.
performative
I
for the
treat gaming
timeline,
very
bro.
transactionally. Like you,
But we
provide
consumers,
product
bro.
and I buy it if I like it. That's
But
it.
we
I'm
consumers,
not
so
supposed to like care about your livelihood. I don't know you. Like that's just how I am. Like I don't like of course like I would want you to do good, but I'm not losing sleep if you lose your job. I just can't. I got too much shit to worry about in my own personal life to care
to
about
be
somebody else losing their job. It's just
like
it
like
is what it is.
like I
Happens
definitely
in every other
understand.
industry.
Yeah, the industry, yeah, exactly, Strat. A lot this shit do be happening, and you know what I never really
Also,
understood.
another angle
Go
is
ahead.
we don't know if these niggas is bums. Like, I don't.
They might
How do
suck.
we
They
know?
might suck.
How do we know these niggas don't suck? I don't know them niggas.
Yo, but
And a lot of the time,
true.
high key, and a lot of the time when these people getting laid off, it's
uh-huh.
like the social media manager. Like,
They get rid of the ones that are needed.
Really? Get rid of
Yeah.
that nigga. Bro, he's bought like
Yeah.
10 studios. They got like 10 social media
Not
managers.
like
You don't need all y'all.
that what was it, the ZeniMax Online game? Like everything about that sounded like it was good. So that one it's kind of a little bit confusing unless
No, but here's the thing though, with
we don't know about. But
the Elder Scrolls Online, that had a rocky like decade being made too. If they have another one that's going to take a decade to make, might as well just cancel that.
it was been in development for what, 7 years?
That was supposed to come out. I think that was in 2007 that started development, Elder Scrolls Online, or some shit like that.
And when did that game actually come out?
In 2015.
Okay, so yeah, they was going for back to back like 7 to 8 year development cycles.
And Elder Scrolls Online didn't launch where it is now either.
Yeah,
you know the people's rationale. They always jump to the point that Microsoft is a $1 trillion company, man. They should just keep everybody. But I don't know why people look at a corporation to have that kind of sort of to do charity work. I don't think that's how they became a $1 trillion company. You know
Here's
what I
the
mean?
thing.
The reason why they have so much money is because they do things like this, right? They they do mass layoffs. They do these type of things. That's how they keep their wealth. I see this as just a company just doing things just to maintain their wealthy status, bro. You know what I mean? I think we have to stop looking for human. We got to stop looking for humanity.
Directors.
We got to stop looking for like humanity from these super mega corporations. They don't really. I don't think they really care about people like that. You know what I mean? With all the money that they got, bro, they don't really be caring.
You gotta look at how Kofi did it. Kofi gave some mans a few layoffs not too long ago. Just because his job's doing okay, he still laid off them other guys.
Oh my god, bro! You stupid as hell, bro.
So word is like all of these layoffs happening that they're doing it so that they could basically start up the new like AI initiative.
I don't know if you saw that they fired 9,000 people, but they got like 14,000 work visas for like the Indians. Exactly.
Is that that's what I'm saying. Bro. No, bro. Honestly,
so here's the thing. It's 82% of the cost it would to pay somebody here. They're paying them. You know what I mean? 82%, bro.
They be nasty. Because it is true, bro. It is true. Because it's no difference. Okay. Over
They
here,
said,
hold on, Tony.
go ahead,
Over
go,
here,
go, go.
the brown mans are all over Tim Hortons, McDonald's,
I know what this thing was going.
Walmart, everywhere. Anyone who lives in the GTA
That's what
knows
I heard.
that.
That's what I heard about
International
you
workers,
know.
international workers has pretty much taken anything, and there's a
But,
reason for
but
that. Because these
they're
big corporations, right?
they're still working there though.
These big corporations could take advantage of them, so they rather not hire the man's over here. They want to hire the international workers, bro, because they know they can take advantage of them. I think that's what probably we're trying to see. Big corporations gonna be doing that. So pretty much, Microsoft's gonna fire a whole bunch of people and hire some, contract workers that they can pay less and let go easier. You know what I mean?
And this is all for their new AI initiative. So they're making more money for the AI. So they're not spending it too much somewhere else.
That too, because AI is about to take over a lot of people's jobs. So they're gonna get like a lot of these ancillary type of jobs where, once again, you might be like a social media aspector, or you might be on some customer support service. A lot of that is about to be replaced by computers and stuff like that.
That
like
shit is
AI is
so
about to
crazy. Like, even where I work right now, like, they got us using a program that I can already tell that we're training like pretty much we're training the system to do a certain thing, so we get to a certain point where we're not even gonna be needed no more. It's wild. Like I do like insurance work, so we literally have to make sure that the bot that is going through the websites to obtain authorizations for insurance is flowing properly. So what happens when it does work perfectly? I'm not gonna be fucking needed no more. It's literally doing my job for me. So I'm like, oh shit. I sat back and thought about it one day. I'm like, yeah, I need to pivot real quick, because
you need to find something.
I'm not gonna be needed soon. And they spent a bunch of money.
So you're the guy behind the screen where I'm trying to talk to an associate, huh?
Something like that.
It's like, yo, get out of here. Let me talk to somebody real.
Honestly,
agents, American. Like,
I'm sure the cuts that are like, a lot of the cuts were stuff like that. And the funny thing, they are gonna rehire some people, but they're probably just gonna be like some contract type workers, or workers that they could get for cheaper.
That's all Microsoft does anyways, though. They're all contract. That's why none of their shit. They don't. That's why they don't keep talent. You know what I mean? That's why that's why Halo is moving to Unreal, because they can get these guys for 6 months, work on it, then fire them.
I don't know. The culture there is just different. You know what I mean? It's just different.
Yo, I was talking to Lo. Shout out Lo. Kofi ran him off Discord over a game of Monopoly. But I was talking to Lo, and he said AI stands for another Indian. That's what they.
Oh my god, this is crazy. All right, this is crazy. That was crazy, Tony. That was crazy.
Yo, have you? No. He's onto something. He's onto something. Because have you seen? No. Let me speak. Here's have you not seen that they debunked an AI company that it was actually just a bunch of Indians making things for you?
Oh my god,
I'm serious.
Yo, this conversation is gonna sound so wild, bro. This shit's gonna sound.
It was like
it's gonna sound crazy on the playback,
bro. They found out.
It's gonna sound crazy on the playback.
Yo, it's either
I said a bunch all Indians. What did you say, bro? No, that's wild.
It could be a bunch of Indians or another Indian.
Yo, these guys are wilding out right now. I do not condone this. These guys are wilding out. Oh, love.
Oh, love the conspiracy theorist, but he be hitting, you know.
Oh, that was crazy. I'm fucking crying, bro. That was crazy. Oh man.
So I guess to round out the layoffs, I think the King, which is the mobile division, has some layoffs. Some European offices in Cinemax, High Moon Studios, and some marketing and manager teams had to lay off. The user research team had nearly 50% people laid off, and a couple like major people left Cinemax Online and Rare Studios. I've never heard that one before. That
was a wild one, bro. I was still thinking about that shit, made me laugh, bro. I'm tearing up, bro. That said AI.
Every single time he says it, he says another thing.
That's funny, bro. I can't even lie, bro. That's funny. Oh man. Shout out to the Mandem. All right.
He can't even focus. I think we need to take a break.
Yo, Kofi.
I need to get a hold of the podcast. I need to get a hold of the podcast.
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Hey, it's just a couple of Indians, you know.
I'm good.
Oh, it's fast.
I'm good.
You gotta chill.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Jay made for layoffs, Xbox layoffs, bro. Yeah, I got tears in my eyes, bro. No bullshit, bro. Yeah.
I mean, to wrap it up, I guess like so a few things got canceled that well, I should say one thing got canceled that I was really looking forward to at least seeing more playing. And yeah, layoffs. I mean, it sucks for those people.
Yo, chill, guys, chill. Let's go on the podcast, bro. Let's continue the podcast, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, shit, you're gonna see it more. And then with Microsoft with Xbox, you know, having all of those studios and divisions under one umbrella, it's gonna be like this. Like when they do have layoffs, it's gonna be a lot of people. Everybody cut their camera off. Yo, I'm stupid.
I have to mute myself.
Yo. Oh my god. This is a goddamn disaster, y'all. This is a goddamn disaster. Oh man.
All right, man. So the future of Xbox.
The future of Xbox.
So the future of Xbox. The future of Xbox, bro. Yo, where was I for real, bro? Now I'm fucking lost, bro.
Y'all wrapped up the layoffs.
All right, so the layoffs. Yeah, the layoffs are terrible. At the end of the day, the layoffs are terrible, bro. The layoffs are terrible.
Terrible day for gaming.
You know what I mean? Hopefully the people could get back up on their feet. You know what I mean? Go cook up some other game somewhere else, bro. But we got some good news, though, for the Xbox mans. We got some good news for the Xbox mans. You know what I mean? After a day that looked horrible for them, Helldivers 2 got announced.
Yeah, that was
for Xbox.
That was a shocker because I was watching that live stream too. I'm thinking, oh shit, they about to announce some new, like, you know, a new war bond or fucking a new cross collaboration or something. I mean, you can kind of call it that. But they had the audacity to have like a hour timer prior to the actual live stream going live. And then the live stream goes live. It's 2 minutes long and it's just coming to Xbox. I was like, oh shit. That was wild.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting
honestly,
that.
I wasn't expecting it, to be honest, because I felt like, I feel like Helldivers, if they were gonna put this on Xbox, they would have done it a little bit earlier. You know what I'm saying? I felt like this is coming a little kind of late if they were gonna do it. So it definitely took me by surprise. I know, obviously, there was the Xbox community was begging for this game at one point in time when it did launch because it was super popping on PC and PlayStation and Xbox mans. I do remember seeing Xbox mans into Helldivers tweets, bringing the Xbox type of situation. So I guess they did, man. So I guess the broader conversation. I personally don't care. Does anyone really care in here like that? Like, are y'all like tight? Are y'all tight at PlayStation? I know Tony's on that weirdo type of time. Are you tight at PlayStation for doing something like this?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It's niggas like Jay Maine that don't see a problem with second party games. Not me. You know what I mean? So,
why would I see a problem
when I bring up the second party slander? This guy Jay Maine come with his cape. Yo, it's the same thing. Yo, we getting gay. Yo.
Wait. What you mean? What you mean by the second party thing though? Like, you think if they like bought the studio, it would be different?
I don't think it's coming. First of all, I think this game's coming because they beefing with PlayStation. I think they beefing with PlayStation right now.
PlayStation owns the IP, nigga. They can do what they want with it, regardless if they beefing with Arrowhead.
I think they beefing with Arrowhead over there. I think Arrowhead was cheesed about the PlayStation integration with PC. I mean, all of that situation. Now they talking about, we'll see if we'll work with them on the next game.
Bro,
Now we don't want to be acquired by them niggas.
That's all fine and dandy, but if PlayStation bought them or not, they still control where this IP goes.
I know, but I'm saying
own the IP. They publishing the IP.
They gotta say it. They gotta say it. They gotta
What
say it.
other studio is gonna work on it though?
And Nixus is doing the port.
You think it's First Party? They still going over there?
Yes.
So Tony, are you coming with a theory saying that Arrowhead pulled up to PlayStation is like, yo, if you don't do what we want, then like you think it's like a beef thing? Do you think they put their nuts on the table type of situation? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't think it was.
Why would Arrowhead fight to put the game on Xbox? I don't even make no sense.
They trying to get the extra bread. They trying to get the extra bread.
What extra bread, bro? 2,000 people are gonna buy that game. That's not gonna cover the cost of development, bro.
Well, I will say Xbox has like a pretty big, like, I should say, like a majority of their player base is like multiplayer centric. So maybe they think. I am surprised they didn't get the Game Pass back.
If it's not on Game Pass, it's not going to do nothing.
That's the interesting part of this whole thing. If they were bringing Helldivers 2 to Xbox, you should put it on Game Pass. You should put it on Game Pass because once again, the majority of the Xbox community, at least the hardcore community, is all converted to the Game Pass model, bro. When a game drops on that platform, the first thing you see people talk about, is it on Game Pass? Is it coming to Game Pass? They've kind of created this kind of culture not to buy games and just wait for it to launch on Game Pass. So it's definitely really interesting to see they didn't go and get the Game Pass bag or try to negotiate Microsoft, or Microsoft maybe is being stingy now with the Game Pass bag. Who knows what's going on there? But it seemed like it would have been a no-brainer for Helldivers to launch on Game Pass.
Yeah, I wonder if they just feel like the IP is very strong, so they want to test it out first.
Yeah, I think
they can get some people to buy it. I wouldn't be surprised though if it ever ends up on Game Pass, because
can I get a little mini rant off, yo? Because I didn't even know I had this opinion really until the situation came across my desk, right? So I was. My bad. Yo, Jamie, relax. You on a mental health break right now. So.
Jack, bro.
Yo. So I tweeted that, I was hyping up Death Stranding 2. I said it was the best exclusive this generation. First of all, then I was like, this is the best. This is like the best sequel this generation, and don't feel like DLC, right? Here come niggas bringing up Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3. It's like, nigga, Baldur's Gate 2 came out in 2000. Yeah, 2000, bro, 25 years later, bro. Of course it don't feel like no DLC. So then one guy responded to me, right? He was like, yo, bro, this is how I know you don't play no games. I said, nigga, I play more games than you. And then I linked to my PS. He's like, Cap, I linked to my PSN, right? This nigga said, yo, what a list of games got to do with anything? I don't care what you played in 2000. I don't care what you played in 2010. What you playing right now? Then the nigga sent me a video of what he playing right now, right? Bro, straight disgust in my face when this nigga sent me a video. It was straight Game Pass game, bro. It was the Xbox P next to every single box. I'm like, this nigga ain't beating no. I don't believe this nigga's beating these games. He's downloading them, playing them, turning them off. And I was like, you know what? When I saw that, I was like, I don't respect no Xbox gamer opinion. This is what y'all getting into over there. I can't co-sign this. Y'all booting up games, turning them off.
You see them completion percentages over there. They definitely doing a lot of demo, and Game Pass is a big demo platform. Try it out. Fuck with it, you play it. If not, you drop it.
I wonder if Microsoft feels like, I know they were trying to be first with the subscription model, but I wonder if they regret it a little bit. Like, damn, bro, we kind of made our fans like not want to buy games too tough anymore, bro. Now if it's not launching in Game Pass, these mans are not. You know what? That shook me to the core, and I still think about that rematch beta numbers. That shook me to my core. I can't even lie.
That's the same thing what happened to Disney.
When I seen 20K mans played it, the beta, a free beta on Xbox, 200K on PlayStation, and 1 million mans on PC, I'm like, holy, it's curtains. After I saw that, I'm like, it's curtains. It's a wrap, bro.
You think because you see the strat they got going on right now. They try tax the man's a little deluxe edition for 2 days early. You think that's cooking?
Yeah.
You think it's cooking?
Yeah, I think they're doing that on purpose so they can still get
they try and get
that sale still. They try and get that sale off somebody.
If it's a game I really want to play, I definitely would buy that shit to get. Like I did it with Death Stranding. I did it with Death Stranding too. I definitely played that shit a couple days early.
what's it called? So, all right. So back to this point,
Helldivers.
Tony. Do you think this is a mistake, some sort of a mistake by PlayStation for allowing this to happen, or you think it's not really too much of a big deal, or is this kind of a sign to see what's to come in the future and maybe what's their plans with whether it be live service games or maybe older titles? I wanna ask you first before I go on to J Main then Strat.
My thoughts on it is, I mean, I don't like to see it, but I don't think this is moving no kind of needle in either direction. I don't think it's helping niggas. I don't think it's hurting niggas. It is what it is. Yo. That's
Why
kinda how I
don't you
feel.
like to see it though?
I like exclusives. I like the exclusives. Gives a system, its identity, a reason
But
to
it wasn't
own it. You know
exclusive
what
to
I
begin
mean?
with, though. It wasn't even exclusive to begin with, though.
That's
Shit was
So,
on
that's a
PC day one.
that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. But you gotta
That's what I'm
stop
trying
Xbox man's out. You know what I mean?
so
You
it's on some
gotta-
petty. So it's on some petty shit. See, this is what happened.
30 million Xboxes out
Bro,
there and
this
a
is-
billion PC niggas, and y'all
That-
worried about the 30 million Xbox niggas.
That's what I'm saying. And you know what's so interesting? Because this kind of situation happened when PlayStation published Lego Horizon Adventures on the Switch. I'm like, yo, I remember I came out here and said, yo, why not put that on Xbox? That's kind of petty. Might as well, bro. Fuck it. Put it on Xbox. If you're gonna put it on the Switch, you might as well put it on Xbox too. Why you know what I mean? If you're trying to squeeze all the juice out of it.
Yeah,
But
I think that kind of goes into what I was saying though. Like they feel like maybe like the Xbox base is multiplayer, and then the Nintendo is family oriented. So those two make sense for where they went. To them, this is what I'm just thinking.
real quick, do you think
Mhm.
PlayStation sees Xbox as competition in big 2025?
Hell no.
I just don't see why put it on Xbox though. I just don't get it.
Because if their thinking is that player base is multiplayer oriented, and this is our biggest multiplayer hit, why don't we try and see what it can do over there after it's been out for a year and a half on PlayStation and PC?
Experiment type joint.
But and in this experiment, people say it hurts the brand. How?
I don't
At
think
this
so.
point,
It doesn't hurt the brand to nothing.
at this point, who that wanted to play Helldivers hasn't played it already, either on PC or PlayStation.
J-Man, if it launched on Xbox, it wouldn't
hurt
hurt the brand. Like, people got to be real. If it launched on Xbox day one, it wouldn't hurt the brand. Like, what are we talking about? I think people have to stop looking at everything with console war goggles. I think that's a lot of the reason. A lot of people look through the lens of everything that's going on through console war goggles, which is not really the real world. The reality of the fact, you know what's the reality, J-Main? The reality is PlayStation has sold, for the last reporting number was 78 million consoles.
We gotta start gassing them sales up the way. I just want to
hear me out. 78 million consoles. Do you know that the Xbox Series consoles is trailing behind the Xbox One, which was kind of deemed unanimously a failure? It's trailing actually behind the Xbox One, rumored to be anywhere between 30 to 35 million units. Apparently, it might be 4 to 5 million units behind the Xbox One, and its lifetime sales, if rumors are true, and saying the next Xbox is going to launch in 2026 or 2027, it's probably not going to exceed the Xbox One sales. I have this prediction. I don't know if anyone wants to put money on it. It's Tony, you're a betting man. You love putting money. You love betting with me, right? I'm willing to bet you right now in 2025 that when the next Xbox drops, right, it will sell worse than Series consoles. You want to put money on that?
No, sir. No, sir.
Why not? Why not, bro?
It's a given, bro. It's a given.
They put Helldivers on the console, bro.
Relax.
They put Helldivers on that joint, bro.
Yo, Kofi loves to bring on these PlayStation sales, putting his PlayStation jean shorts, you know what I mean, booty shorts, and start throwing ass in the circle for these PlayStation console sales. But it's like, yo, the only PlayStation fucked up the whole generation. The only reason these niggas getting by is because what's the other choice? You want a third party games? They're not on the Switch. It's like it was the default console.
Always got by.
I put this point too. Yeah, but I put this point too.
What other option niggas got?
I don't think how people don't understand Xbox position in the console market is and how bad the brand is right now. Once again, I've said this on this podcast before, bro. They have J-Main. They have the cheapest, most affordable next generation console. I don't want
It's
anyone
not.
to
used
tell
to.
me about
It's not.
They
It went up
used to.
100. It went up
Okay,
$100.
that is true. You're right. They used to. For a long time though. For like 4 or 5 years, they had the
You talking about
cheapest
Xbox?
entry. Yeah, the cheapest
Okay,
entry barrier
Right
to
out the
next
gate.
generation, right out the gate. And I don't want to hear nothing about performance. I
Who
don't want
wants
to
a
hear about
Series
what
S though?
resolution,
Yeah.
right? No, because people run out and buy Switches that play games at 750p.
But that's only
and all-
games you
they
can
don't
only
care.
play on Switch.
Well, once again, they offer a box that's
Niggas is
so
buying
cheap,
Cyberpunk
and they have
on that
they're buying
shit.
Cyberpunk on that dumb shit, right? They offered the cheapest for a long time. For 5 years, they offered like the cheapest box. Plus, they have a subscription service that they plastered over for the last like 5 years. They've been talking about nothing about Game Pass, and how it's the cheapest way to play games day one, this, that. Game Pass, you could have got it for $1 at one point in time by doing some sort of finesse. Game Pass is the best deal in
still don't
gaming.
pay for Game
Bro,
Pass.
how is it that you're offering such a consumer friendly package console that nobody wants? Don't you think that's like a problem? That was all strike me. Like, it was just interesting to me that they have the cheapest unit to play like the latest Call of Duty. They have Game Pass where you can get a library of sometimes brand new releases in there, and still the general public rather go out and buy a PlayStation, which costs more, and don't have something like a Game Pass. That, like, when I ask myself that question, that I'm like, yo, that's a problem. Don't you guys think that's like a problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
For the
the
console,
people.
absolutely. So like people gotta realize like Xbox had to go this route because nobody was buying the console. They weren't increasing sales in the consoles and the game sold. So that's where Game Pass comes in. And then when people aren't buying the console, then how do you sell games at that point? All right, we got to
Yo,
put them shits
J-Man.
everywhere. This is not like something that this is a resolution to their problem. This is not something that there's like, oh, let's do this. When the companies don't be for the fucking consumer first.
Yeah, this is
Like,
this is
J-Man,
yeah,
is
they've been reactionary since
choice.
2013.
Yo,
It's
J-Man.
all reactionary,
It's
bro.
all because of the Xbox One reveal, bro. That's what happened.
No. That's not what
It all
is.
it all stems from that, bro.
I gotta give J-Man a history lesson right now, because this is a second party booty bandit right here, bro. The reason Xbox is in this position is because second party games. That's right. They had second party games in the 360 generation, right? They was cooking, they was heating up. Then niggas dropped them. They go into the Xbox One generation, no devs, bro. They got like one nigga developing games. So now they got no games. They got no games. The nigga talking greasy. So now they don't got the games to be like, yo, he was talking greasy, but we got their games at least. So now they got a system with no games. They fall behind. They put this bum ass nigga Phil Spencer in charge. Nigga does not cook shit. Then they go overspend on studios. Then because they overspend on studios, because they didn't have no studios, because they had second party games. Now they got to shake ass. They got to put games on PC. They got to do this game, bro. It's
I mean, you're not wrong.
He's
like
not
they
all the
did
way
have a
around,
lot
but
of.
boy, he said it.
They had a lot of
80 million, that 80
deals.
million in acquisitions.
if they ain't go so crazy,
to go multi-plat right away.
They ain't go so crazy with the acquisitions. If they kept shit exclusive, I'd have an Xbox. I would have bought some. I would have bought one. I don't have no Xbox right now.
It was too late by then. I agree with
one.
you. I agree with you, but by that point, it's too late. You already spent $80 billion, and then whatever you spent on fucking ZeniMax. So by that point, you can't make everything exclusive. I agree from the console perspective. I agree. Niggas would be like, oh shit, I have to get an Xbox to play Indiana Jones and what was the other one?
Doom.
Yeah, exactly. Shit like that. Well, they wouldn't do Call of Duty, but yeah, like stuff like that. So I mean, I know I would. I bought an Xbox to play fucking.
That's what I'm saying. I would have done that.
So, but at that point, it's beyond just console sales. Now you need to make revenue back to subsidize all of the money you already spent. But
yeah, laying off 9,000 niggas.
You're right. The second party stuff, you are 100% right. But that was their fault because they didn't go from there and build up studios and stuff like that over time. So they was relying on that, and then the motherfuckers dipped off, did their own thing, yada yada, want to go third party. So yeah,
I wonder who that sound like right now.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because PlayStation has first party studios. Y'all just for some reason hate the games that come from them.
Yeah, they don't like nothing. They don't like nothing that they have dropped this generation. But honestly, like their
I
situation.
thought I was bad,
their
Kofi, with the
situa-
cross-gen shit. They just don't even like them, period.
They don't like anything. And even the ones that are not cross-gen, they just hate it. You know, Spider-Man 2 trash. You know, everything that comes out is trash. Returnal trash.
Yo, Kofi.
Sackboy trash.
Hold on. I got a son.
Everything.
This nigga, yo. Kofi went platinum on his review, so he got a place in his heart for that game. But that game, bro. First of all, that game
Spider-Man 2 is not a bad game.
Spider-Man 2 was ass.
No one's saying it's the game of the generation.
No.
It's not.
The story sucked. The story was buns. The Venom shit was trash. And then on top of that, every single side mission
only
in that
valid
game, every single side. Hold on. Let me cook. Every single
said
side mission in that
Venom
game. No. Every single side mission in that game is for a DLC that we never got, bro. This shit sucks.
You're okay. So you're right. You're right about that. I would love to have an expansion. It didn't get no story DLC, so you're right about that. But only thing valid you said is that the Venom
storyline they
stuff.
set up didn't go nowhere.
The fact that you said Miles' story didn't go nowhere shows me you didn't pay attention to the story. The evolution
all he got was a haircut, bro.
Nigga, Miles literally ended up working together with the nigga that killed his father.
I'm talking about side missions when niggas in the stealing the jazz club, nigga.
That's the side mission, nigga.
All the side missions was set up for a DLC.
You said Miles' story didn't go nowhere when he literally ended up saving the nigga that killed his father.
The Miles side storyline and the Venom storyline. It was also the Carnage storyline. It was set up for DLC. Niggas didn't get no DLC.
They be nitpicking on some dumb shit, bro.
That's all that's gonna happen.
Jack and Tony were crashing out because you were helping a gay couple or something like that. I remember watching that little review.
Like it's not the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that helps out.
I'm like, y'all
is there no gay people in their neighborhood? It's New York.
Electric Spider. That was Jack move back.
That was y'all crashing out over that.
Y'all acting like every single side mission in that game wasn't set up. And you thought it was gonna go somewhere, and then all of a sudden,
I agree.
And then we don't even get the DLC.
I do agree.
You're talking about a few of them, but
I agree.
I
agree. Chameleon, Carnage. It seemed like they were setting it up for an expansion pack, which didn't come. But maybe they're just gonna include it in Spider-Man 3 this time, and just hopefully they're gonna pay off all of that stuff with Spider-Man 3. Maybe that's how they make that game bigger by just adding all of
and
these,
then on top of that, y'all saw the leak. There was actual gameplay that looked brand new where it was niggas smashing through the walls, all kind of shit. Niggas did not get that game. That shit was rushed as hell.
They cut so many things in that game.
I got straight Insomniac slander. Y'all got off their dicks. I remember when the PS5 came out. These are the only niggas that's cooking. They released Ratchet and Clank. Same with Rivet. The selling point was, we got Ratchet and we got Rivet. That same power.
I came on the podcast, said y'all gas Ratchet ripped apart a little bit. I legit said that on the pod already.
That game was made. They charged $70 for it. After releasing
it's a good game.
It's a good game, but the remake was 10 times better. Insomniac trash, bro.
What remake?
Oh my!
You talking about the 2016 game?
That was way better. It was way less money.
No, it wasn't.
Bro. Y'all hyped to buy them Disney Unga Bunga graphics, bro. That shit was trash.
Ray tracing all that. Hell yeah, I'm excited.
Spider-Man, listen. Spider-Man 2 is a great game. Period.
It's a good game.
Tony, you're like 12 years old, right? So you never experienced Spider-Man games on other...
I played Spider-Man 2, bro. Spider-Man 2
never
all that
experienced Spider-Man games that we had in the past. If you experienced those type of Spider-Man games we had in the past, you would have a really big appreciation for what Insomniac is doing with Spider-Man, because they're literally making the best Spider-Man games that fucking exist. Honestly, the Spider-Man games that we used to get is buns. Outside of a few like Ultimate Spider-Man and even Shattered Dimensions.
Spider-Man 2 was a banger. What was the Spider-Man game where he was racing the Human Torch and all that? It had like more of a cartoon style.
We got so much Spider-Man games. Insomniac is literally making the best Spider-Man games currently. So let's just
Spider-Man 1 was a good game.
It's not even up to a debate. It's not even a debate. They're literally making the best Spider-Man games that exist.
They give you Spider-Man 2 with less powers. Only good thing in Spider-Man 2 is that wingsuit, nigga. That shit sucked.
He said the only thing good is the wingsuit, and that shit sucked.
Yo, once again,
we can move on.
Go back and do y'all do diligence to see what type of Spider-Man games we were getting in the past. A whole lot.
I mean,
of
there was a lot of good Spider-Man games, bro. There was a lot of good
I named them.
ones.
Ultimate Spider-Man, that joint was good. Shattered
Dimensions, yeah,
wasn't that bad. It wasn't. It's not Spider-Man 2018.
That's got some of the best combat though.
But we got some bullshit, bro. We got some bullshit in the past. And they're literally making the best Spider-Man games right now. So I think y'all should fall back a little bit.
They're making good ones, not the best. I still think Miles Morales is probably better than.
You and J-Man looking forward to shaking ass in the Spider-Man online game that got cancelled together.
Actually, to be honest, I wasn't even too pressed about that. Like, first, I wasn't even too pressed about when that shit got leaked. I wasn't even too pressed about that, bro.
But
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't get upset about unannounced cancel games because
that's what I'm saying.
We didn't even know about it. We only knew about it because of the leak. So, like you saying, like with Insomniac, and you saw the cut content. You know how many games have cut content that if you saw, you'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck? Why that ain't in the game?" Like, people gotta realize we have the privilege of seeing so much shit these days that y'all get upset about that we really wouldn't.
We weren't supposed to get. We weren't gonna get it.
It's so much shit that we weren't privileged to before that we are.
Today, that's a fact.
But the thing is, that wasn't when niggas saw that. It wasn't some revisionist history when niggas started shitting on the game. Like, yo, we ain't get this. Niggas was shitting on the game when it came out. I said, this some DLC. So then when niggas is like, yo, most niggas is shitting on that game. Bro.
No, they were not.
Listen.
No, that's a lie. When the game first came out, everyone loved it. It took like 2 months before people started turning on the game like they usually do. And guess what? 2 years later, when Spider-Man 3, when Spider-Man 3 come out, then guess what? Yo, Spider-Man 2 was kind of lit, bro.
6 months to come back to that game.
Listen.
They do this shit every single time, bro.
As the nigga who be falling on the sword constantly for the truth, right? I dropped the Ragnarok video. I dropped the Ragnarok video saying that game boring, that game trash. Niggas killed me for 2 years straight. 2 years straight. It took 2 years for niggas to come around.
You think 2018 was better than Ragnarok?
Absolutely.
Nah, he's just
fighting the same troll 6 times in a row.
You was fighting the same troll nigga Ragnarok, nigga.
Nigga, they had way more boss fights than Ragnarok. What the fuck is you talking about?
Bro, was fighting the same troll.
The troll was main fights in 2018, brother.
Yo, mute up. Yo, J-Man, this is a new genre. This is a new genre that has been creeping up on the YouTube and Twitter. You know what I mean? You know, Jack Move is helming the charge. Tony's helming the charge. You know, I hear BitCloud now to hop on the little bit of that bandwagon a little bit. This is the new little thing that's going on. If you haven't seen the trend, just to have like all sorts of this slander for PlayStation for no particular good reason. At least you go slander for some good reason. Like, y'all have no really good points at all, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all have no good points at all. Bro, no one's saying Spider-Man 2, back Spider-Man. No one's saying that shit's some sort of masterpiece. But that game is not nowhere near a bad game like y'all talking like it is. Like y'all need to calm down, bro.
Yo. Back to my point real quick. Here's a quick point. Niggas was kicking my back in for that Ragnarok video for 2 years straight. Niggas calling me retarded
Bro, you got a whole bunch of Xbox fans in your comment section gassing you up and you happy about that. Shut up. Shut up.
Kofi, you know how you get the little notification, bro? I was getting notifications. Niggas calling me out my name every day for that review for like 2 years straight. Then all of a sudden, I'm checking the notifications straight. Yo, this is facts. I'm like, yo, when this happened? When niggas start coming around to this?
You know when it happened?
So when Spider-Man 2 dropped, so when Spider-Man 2 dropped, me and Jack, link up for the collab, dropped that video calling that shit trash from day one. It only took niggas 2 weeks to say that the shit was trash. Niggas kicked our backs in for like 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, everyone was on Spider-Man.
I'm telling you guys, this is the cycle. I'm telling you guys right now, this is the cycle. When the shit, prior to release, hype, the shit comes out. Oh, this shit is fire. A month later, the shit is mid. A year or 2 years later, yo, that shit low key was underrated. It wasn't that bad. the another edition of that game comes out. This shit was this new one is trash. The old one was 10 times better. That's literally the cycle of these. You're
right,
bro. It's literally the cycle of these.
I don't see niggas running that narrative on no Death Stranding 2, bro. Relax,
bro. People hated the first one, bro.
That's even a perfect example. It's a perfect fucking example. Is Death Stranding? I'm there. Day one, this game is fire. Oh, I'm a Kojima fan though. So you guys already hyped. I was hyped for Death Stranding. I had the nigga make the artwork for me and everything for Death Stranding 1. Played the game. Truly enjoyed it. This shit is trash. This Watkinson. This is trash. Blah blah blah. You know how much Death Stranding 2 comes around. You know how much people now are hopping on the
It blew
bandwagon.
up, bro.
You know what?
Not
Death
too
Stranding
much.
1 wasn't really
Hard
wasn't
name on
that
that
bro.
jacket. Put the 8-ball on that jacket.
Hard, not even hard. I mean, Death Stranding 1 is not that bad.
On the jacket.
Fucking stupid, bro. You're so stupid, Death Stranding 1 is not
That nigga
that
hard
bad.
ain't
Hey,
like,
hey,
I'm about to go back and play the
think
fourth
about-
one.
Hey, Kofi,
bro.
think about it. Think who in this panel right here just put out a review for Death Stranding 1?
Exactly,
Oh,
Tony,
shit.
right? Oh, it's not that bad, bro.
He right
Now,
here.
guess what, J-Man? Give it a month or two. Niggas are gonna start shitting on Death Stranding 2. It wasn't really that good, right? By the time another one come out, they're gonna be like, low-key was
Kofi.
underrated.
Kofi, it's been a few months. Can we get your updated thoughts on Lego Horizon, brother?
What was my thoughts to begin with? What was my thoughts to begin with? I need to make a review of that joint. What was my thoughts?
Hey, I know there's some that are wondering about the game of the summer though, Kofi. Rematch. What's going on with that? They saying you dropped that. It's the greatest game ever. Never playing it.
I'm definitely gonna get back on.
We gotta talk to Kofi. We gotta talk to Kofi, yo.
We don't gotta talk to him. We gotta stick with the podcast topics. We gotta stick with the podcast topics.
This on brand. We gotta talk to Kofi. Kofi, he acting brand new. He being sassy right now. PlayStation ain't send this guy the game 3 weeks early this time, so this nigga not dropping no Death Stranding 2 review. Go ahead, drop the review, bro. You know you got some gameplay you want to use. You know you got thoughts, bro. Go ahead, drop the review. You can make it fancy. Some B-roll. Go ahead, drop the review, bro.
You dropping a review, Tony?
See me and Ghost of Yotai, bro. We
Oh no, they gonna be shitting on that too. I see it.
Kofi be hyping up games and drop. Y'all not realize that I put 20 hours in the rematch fucking beta. The only reason why I'm not playing rematch right now is I'm playing Death Stranding, a game that I'm even more anticipated for. Rematch is a multiplayer
You can play
game.
2 at the same time, brother.
I'll literally get to rematch when I done Death Stranding, bro. Like y'all need to fall back, bro. Niggas are gonna play rematch once Death Stranding is over. And I don't want to hear no bullshit from none of y'all bozos in the chat. Tony, where are you at? You're calling yourself MVP Poppy in rematch, all sorts of shit. Where's your gameplay of rematch? We haven't seen you on that game since it dropped. And Strat, let's not even talk about you, Strat.
Hey,
let's not
guess
talk
what?
about you.
I got
Strat.
17 hours. I got 17. I've been playing. I was playing with the guys the other night.
Well, you got no job. You're unemployed, so it makes sense. It makes sense. You're unemployed, so you know what I mean. You got 50 hours in Death Stranding.
Is this guy? Is this guy right there? Is this guy right there?
Nigga unemployed, bro. Like come on, bro. Like let's keep it 1,000, bro. The nigga unemployed. You got all the time in the world, bro. It is what it is.
Not even, bro.
Yo. I was MVP Poppy. Wait, hold on. I know facilitator assist Poppy. This nigga invented the Poppy talk. Niggas wasn't saying no nothing. That's something Poppy before. This nigga came with this. Oh, that's his Poppy's here. Facilitator Poppy's here. Nigga,
yo, rematch is going to get played, people. I still love that game. It's a great game.
Not by you though.
I've been anticipating Death Stranding for this long. Like, yo, y'all not gonna give me a break for this? Like, let me enjoy some Death Stranding. Damn, bro. Like, holy.
Bro, I dropped the most bread on the most expensive edition of rematch. Them niggas ain't have crossplay, bro. That's on y'all, bro. Y'all see me when that crossplay drop. I mean, like.
Oh man. All right, yo. So where were we? We were talking about the fucking Helldivers.
Helldivers and Impact. I don't know. As far as like PlayStation strategy, I do think with the live service games that you probably will see stuff like this happening. Like they already said it's going to be day one on PC. I wouldn't even be surprised if they do bring day one shits to fucking Xbox or whatever when it comes to the live service games. As far as like how far it could go, I mean, I don't think anything's really off the table. As far as
that's how I feel. That's how I feel, J-Main. That's how I feel, honestly.
Older single player games to Xbox.
I disagree. I don't feel like those are good. I don't think those are go.
I've said this before. The only thing that I'm standing firm on is the tentpole shits being an event and day one only on PlayStation. That's it. Everything else is up for grabs. Like that's it. Like how Death Stranding was an event for PS5, like this past few weeks or so. That's what I think. Like they like everything else is like it could go anywhere.
I said this joint literally years ago during PS. I think like I said it back then. I just think the future, at least for a lot of this gaming shit, we're moving more. Like I think the evidence is there. We're moving more to a more platform agnostic kind of model versus than the traditional shit that we have known that we grew up with. You know what I mean? The only one that's really keeping it super traditional is Nintendo. That's the only corporation. That's the only company that's out here that's making true exclusives. Look, I said it here before. PlayStation do not got no exclusives, bro. Everything that they have is a glorified timed exclusive. They don't got no exclusives. If the game releases on PC, guys, I'm sorry to tell you guys this. I know how many terms that y'all make and y'all try to pretend Steam and Epic don't exist. PlayStation has been a third-party publisher. They for a long time now, bro. They have over like 20 games on Steam now. They have a bare games on Steam. I'm sorry to tell you guys that all those games are multi-platform. If it's not only on PlayStation, if it's on PC as well, that means it's a multi-platform, bro. Y'all coming up with all these fancy terms just to make yourselves feel better. But God of War is not an exclusive. Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West is not an exclusive. Spider-Man, none of those games are exclusive. The word exclusive, what we know as in the console space, is on one device.
Bloodborne.
Right? None of them games are on one device, bro. You can play them on PC. That means they're not exclusive. And PlayStation is publishing them on PC. That means they're a third-party publisher. So
Xbox man's been reminded us of that all week, talking about my Xbox and PlayStation.
Listen.
Got this handheld shit,
real quick. Do I think that PlayStation is going to be as aggressive as Microsoft in terms of being when their third-party aspirations as for putting games on competitors' platform? No, I don't think they're going to be as aggressive as what obviously Microsoft is doing. Microsoft said, "Fuck it, we throw the towel, bro. Everyone get everything." They're like Oprah. They're the Oprah of the gaming industry right now. They say, "Fuck it, you get a game, you get a game, we all get a game, right?" This is Xbox. Your PlayStation is Xbox, right? I think PlayStation is going to be a little bit more strategic. I think the simple fact that they willingly put Lego Horizon Adventures, right? They published that on a Nintendo platform tells me everything I need to know. That they're about doing that.
Everybody's both all that.
You know what I mean? They're about doing that. They're putting a Helldivers on Xbox or publishing it on Xbox. It sounds like they're about experimenting like that. So I don't think this will be the last game for this to happen. You know, I don't think so anymore. When the doors open like this, they just do shit like this. I don't know.
You bought Helldivers? No, Helldivers. Hellblade. You seen the shiesty shit them niggas did?
Put the 60 FPS mode on with the PlayStation joint.
The deluxe edition of the second game. That's crazy work. No patch. That's crazy work.
Well, this is the first game that not the first game, but the next game that it's not the same on Xbox Series S and X.
Oh yeah, I think the S is stuck at 30, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying that the first Hellblade, they're not releasing a patch, but you can get the upgrade in the deluxe edition.
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, is it a free upgrade or some shit like that?
Nope.
On Xbox they did, yeah.
Deluxe edition, bro.
That's funny as hell.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think PlayStation is gonna be a little bit more strategic with it. I don't think once again they're gonna be as aggressive as Microsoft when it comes to how they're just moving with their multi-platform strategy. I do think we might start seeing PlayStation games here and there on places that we don't expect, bro. I think it's happened. It's happened twice now. It's happened twice now. So like
Nintendo and it's coming to Xbox. It's on PC. This shit is everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. So
it's just a matter of when it goes there. Is like
I guess
it'll be maybe strategic.
Yeah, and I guess what the thing is like, what people I guess are asking themselves is like, yo, how is this gonna affect PlayStation? Like before, Barry shut down his Twitter today.
That was crazy. That was crazy. I saw that.
I saw that. I'm like, why? Maybe he's always planning to shut it down. But before Barry shut down his Twitter, we were talking.
Why the PlayStation man's taking the mental health breaks, bro? It's crazy.
Yeah. We were having a conversation in a thread that he posted, and he brought up the point saying that he doesn't like Helldivers going to Xbox because he's afraid of what that will happen for the PS6 console. And I truly believe, this is just my personal opinion, I truly believe this will have zero sort of effect. No, this will have zero sort of effect on swaying any sort of PlayStation gamer who's been playing on PlayStation now for and building their digital library for 2 generations now, not 1, but 2 generations. So now you got a whole library of games to make them a primarily Xbox gamer just because a few games are hitting that store. I don't think it changes anything. That's just my personal opinion. Do you guys have a different opinion at this point? You think any rational PlayStation gamer is gonna just make the jump to Xbox just because of a couple of games showing up over there? I don't think so.
If anything, this is like what you're saying. They're just trying to get an extra buck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they should have got the Game Pass bag. That's the only thing I think that's a mistake. They should have They should have tried to get Microsoft to pay a couple of millions up front to get Helldivers.
They said Xbox not doing the Game Pass bag no more like that.
That would have been a crazy thing for the PlayStation guys, though. They would have hated that. They would have boycotted the game.
The streets are saying that Xbox is like, yo,
PlayStation niggas ain't carrying that game anyway. It's PC niggas that's carrying.
I don't know. I thought it was half and half actually.
I thought
you guys haven't seen the developers saying, yo, they used to be dropping off a crazy bag. Now they giving us, you know what I mean, $10 and a retweet, bro.
Hold up. You saying the bag is got a little smaller for the
they ain't handing out. They said
damn, I never read that.
You not seen that? They said, yo, they used to give us crazy money. Now it's just enough to get by. You didn't see that? It was mad developers saying that.
I did see something like that actually.
Yo, I would not be surprised, bro. Yo, this is a business. Yes, they got all the money in the world, but it doesn't mean that they're going to just hand it out, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's not how this shit works. You know what I mean? So that I would not be surprised if that's the case at all, bro.
That are upset today is, of course, the console warriors.
It's just the console warriors, bro.
They've been fighting this fight for so long about exclusivity and things only sticking to one platform. Even after they played it, they just still wanted to be tied to a certain platform because that's what they bought. That's what they bought into. This is the company that they're rocking with. And the company said, you know what? We don't give a fuck about what y'all rocking with. We trying to get this money. And now they like, oh, it's over for PlayStation. They're dead. It's like the same shit.
It's just listen.
I think it depends on the game. It depends on the game.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, Spider-Man 3 could drop multi-platform PlayStation, and it was not changing anything. I promise you.
No, if it does, it could happen, but you know, it would happen.
Race at all.
It would happen, but if only because of Marvel and not PlayStation.
Okay, how about this? God of War, the next God of War could drop on Xbox. It will not change anything.
I don't see it.
I'm not saying it will, but I'm saying if it did, it would not.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
I'm saying it will not change the standings in anything. That's what I personally believe at this point in time. If this console race was a little more neck and neck, if it was a neck and neck, I think it was a different story. I don't agree with that. I think right now.
But here's the thing: what other
Xbox is in the mud right now?
What other reason would you have to get an Xbox then?
I think if they drop at the same time, like the console is not like one comes out 2016. Hold up. Sure.
Yeah. What other reason unless God of War Ragnarok? What other instead of that? What other reason would you have to get an Xbox?
I think my point is I don't know if J Maine agrees with me, but I think the console. The way the console market is right now, it's kind of set in stone. Personally, I don't think anything could flip it. I don't think anything Microsoft can do to flip PlayStation.
I think the majority of people will still buy PlayStation. There will be people who wouldn't, like people who might be like they're gonna hold out or just play it on Xbox instead of buying a PlayStation. Those people who might be like on the fence, they're not gonna buy it, of course. So
I guess that's my question. What has to happen for
I think
if
they
almost like how they flipped it, like the 360 era, a little bit they flipped it or they were super competitive. What has to happen today before something like that could happen?
They would have to make everything exclusive. They would have to make everything exclusive to.
I think if the consoles drop at the same time, right? Like it's not what Xbox drops 2026 and all that, you know, it's offset. I think if you drop it at the same time, everything goes everywhere. I think depending on, you know, which system has which, you know, hardware, if one's a little more stronger and
no, because the Xbox Series X is stronger technically, and that didn't help it out.
Yeah, and I think not in a meaningful way, I don't think. And then it's being held back by the Series S anyway, so even though it's more powerful, you know what I mean?
Yo, but
I think niggas might be like, I can just buy the PlayStation games over here and get the Game Pass shit. You know
well, now with the new one, yeah. They're gonna have it on this multi-launcher system. They're thinking about doing.
Oh, with the
I
Steam.
think it might not.
Which I don't understand how.
Yo,
Why?
hot take. I don't know if this is hot take at all. Actually, this might be a cold fucking take, bro. I think after this, Microsoft is.
Yeah. I think so too. I think so too.
It might be a cold take. Actually, I think Microsoft.
No, I agree with that. I think this is the last.
Especially if they go open platform. I think there'll be Xbox branded stuff because I think they have shown that they're okay of licensing. Let Asus make some hardware for us. But as for an OEM machine, I think this next one, and they're out of here.
They'd have to go crazy and make Call of Duty exclusive or some shit like that.
They're gone. Because I think these numbers that's gonna come back from this new joint that they drop, I think they're gonna be scary. They're gonna be N64 type numbers. They're gonna be like it's gonna be like 20 million type shit, bro. I think they're gonna be like, yep, we done. That's what I think. That's gonna happen. Cold tape probably. But I think after this, when they drop their little handheld, that drops and flops. When they see this Asus joint, when this shit drops for $800 and no one buys that shit, they might even cancel that handle. They're like, yo, we might not even make this at all.
Well, not really, because that's what they cost regularly, anyways.
Yeah, but they still need to sell it.
They
still want to sell it. They still
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just that's what I'm saying. Like the regular one is already that price.
You don't think them folks are going to be paying attention to see what this ROG Ally does? The Xbox branded version.
Oh, they will.
They won't be paying attention.
How do I think?
So how about that shit? So my question: if that goes,
it's a niche.
Wood,
it's niche. It's niche.
Yeah, but how about it goes triple wood for a niche product? It goes triple styrofoam for a niche product.
Wood. I've never heard that.
What do you think they do? What do you think Microsoft going to do? They're going to be like, you know what? Fuck it. I think we should double down and make another one.
No, they put theirs on hold because of that. Because they don't think it's going to do. I think they put it on hold because they don't think it's going to do much, and they already had this deal with Asus, so they got to go through with it.
That's what I personally think. I think they're paying close attention to what this ROG Ally does. They're already putting all this marketing and stuff behind it and helping. I think if this shit doesn't even meet their expectations, I think they might shelve their handheld idea. They might put that on the back burner.
I could see the idea for the next thing would have been almost like a Switch, handheld and a powerful console. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of hardware.
We're gonna see, but like I said, I think it's curtains after this next drop. I think it's curtains, bro. I think it's over. I think they're going full multi-platform with everything, and they're just gonna be a third-party publisher, and they're gonna make all the money in the world. Don't get me wrong; they're gonna make all the money in the world being a third-party.
I mean, as long as the IPs I like are still being made, I'm fine. I don't care.
I don't care. Me too. To be honest, as long as Gear still exists. So, as long as Halo still exists,
I needed them to put those on PlayStation. Put it out there. As
long as those games exist, I'm okay with the hardware going bye-bye. Personally, I'm okay with it. I think the market has spoken. I think the people have spoken, bro. Like if PlayStation's at 78 million and you haven't cracked 40 million, then like, yo, what are we talking about here, bro? Like how much longer are they gonna keep that up for? You know what I mean? You're already talking about your next platform is gonna have Epic on it, Steam. Imagine buying an Xbox with Steam on it. Who in their right mind would purchase anything from the Microsoft Store with Steam on the platform? Like who in their right mind would? Like it literally just makes no sense. You'll use Game Pass and if you're buying anything, Steam. Because Microsoft seems to be pushing their gamers towards the idea of PC gaming anyways. So who in their right mind would buy anything on the Microsoft Store? Like literally, Steams have sometimes discounts on a brand new game that's not even out yet. When you're pre-ordering it, it's already fucking 15% discount.
Shit, I didn't even think about that.
Another whole thing is this integration on the PC as well it's dumb. I say, what's the point of that? You're just putting people away from your platform, essentially.
It's a confusing strategy. It's bold, but it's very confusing.
They don't need it. They don't need to do that. Like, I don't get it.
Or you could just sell your box with your own storefront and make all the money. Like it doesn't make no sense. That's what kind of leads me to believe that low-key it might not come to pass. Can you imagine if Steam doesn't come? Oh, I want to say this real quick. Can you imagine if Steam doesn't come on the next Xbox? Do you know what kind of crash out the Xbox fans are gonna have on the timeline if Steam is not on that Xbox console? Because them boys were celebrating and going crazy over the PC launcher. The PC launcher showing your Steam fucking game. They were like, oh my god, this is the future. Oh my god, my Xbox app shows my
The future
Steam
of
game.
gaming.
They were going fucking crazy. Can you imagine if the next console launches and it doesn't have Steam on it, Jamie? Can you imagine? Microsoft looked at the numbers. They're like, you know what? Like, yo, Loki, this is a bad idea, bro. We about to lose 30% on all these game sales, and no one's going to use our
Yeah,
store.
I don't get it from that point. Like from the business side, I guess I don't even really get it from the gamer side. Like, what? Since when do console gamers care about shit on Steam other than the games that they already be playing on Xbox? Now all of a sudden they
It's
care
so
about
many. It's so many
obscure
questions
games.
about
That's what
how
I'm saying. The whole console model is
Is it-
fucking. They're
They
flipping it
just
on the
try to
head
get
if
the
they do that, bro.
PlayStation games and they'll be like, yo, you can get subscribe to
But, yo,
Xbox
do you
Game
think-
Pass,
Bro,
and then
you know how many
PS.
PC problems they're gonna have, bro? The console's
No,
supposed to be
but
simple.
Tony, this big ass corporation is thinking so petty like that. I don't think so. That can't be the
Maybe
long
they
term
like
strategy.
you can
You're not
get the Game
thinking
Pass
about-
and that. That's what I'm
You
thinking.
really think that
but
Microsoft is
what's
important?
other-
We're trying to get the PlayStation games, so let's put Steam on there so we can show it to the
I don't
fanboys.
know.
You think that's what they're thinking in the boardroom?
I don't
Come
think
on, bro.
it's
Let's
for
be
the
realistic.
fanboys. I think it's just you can get everything over here and Game Pass, maybe. But because what would the other reason be? They ain't gonna know.
That's what we gotta- that's what it got-
But it's like
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I
That
don't
boy
know.
Phil
Is
Spencer
that
not cooking.
worth
I
it?
say,
Though?
hold on, real quick. I say Phil Spencer not cooking. That nigga Phil Spencer ain't made a decision in like 3 years. He bought Activision, but they got that nigga's a puppet, bro. That nigga ain't making no decision. He telling
Yeah,
that
There
nigga
were
what to
rumors
do.
of him retiring too after
Yeah,
the,
there was rumors. There
X-
was
this-
Yeah,
rumors, but
they
they
debunked that.
debunked
They
it. They
debunked
debunked
it.
it, but
I do think. he's
Well,
lying.
they said,
I
and
think
not
Sarah Bond
anytime soon, but I could see like with it being like a year or two.
I think they are positioning Sarah Bond to take that mantle from him.
I don't know if that's the way to go either.
I mean,
Holy.
neither one of them is making decisions at the end of the day. That shit is all above their.
That's another problem, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the difference between like.
Because I know
Nintendo
Phil
and
Spencer
PlayStation and
definitely didn't want to
Microsoft.
have this done.
It seems like Microsoft has to go through way more different channels to get shit done because it's just a huge company. You know what I mean?
That boy
Versus
Santi,
some.
he got the final say over there.
Yeah, we got some super chat donations I should read before I forget. E-Rock has been a member on this channel for 50 months. That's fucking crazy. I appreciate it, E-Rock. Shout out to you. He says, when did J-Man become a super pony? Come on, J-Man's always been. You know, J-Man bleeds blue, bro. You know he bleeds blue.
But I ain't a crypto. Okay. I literally have everything, so I don't know. I just don't see the doom and gloom that y'all see from PlayStation. That's just all.
Yeah.
Like
Man, still not pulled up for no Mario Kart 9. You know what's that, Kofi? It's crazy.
Yeah, he's a nasty. Yeah, J-Man's a nasty guy. I already given hope on this guy playing video games with this nigga, bro. I already given up, bro. That boy's a nasty guy,
busy,
bro.
I've been playing
You know
Mario
what?
Kart at work.
We gotta
That's
take
how-
Mario
that's
Kart
how
to the
busy
club.
I am.
Where some alcohol, where you can shake some ass, and maybe he can get some gaming out of J-Man. You know, you can play with the man.
I get most of my gaming in at work, dog. That shit is. I just be busy, man. I got a lot of trips coming up this summer. I got to pay for them shits. Like, no, I still gaming. It's not with y'all niggas. You know what I mean? I do find it entertainment though. Looking at y'all on the timeline, and that shit is funny as hell.
Rico Flair 92 says Tony cooking. Insomniac, an overrated dev. Spider-Man 2 on PS2 was a classic, which it is, sure. What we talking about? That's what he's saying.
The thing about
Rico-
Insomniac. Oh, my bad. I thought you was done. Go ahead.
Okay, no. Go ahead. I'll read the second one
I was
after.
gonna say the thing about Insomniac being overrated is they were perfectly positioned where they were supposed to be, but the timeline overrated them because they were putting out more games than Naughty Dog. That's what it really was. Motherfuckers like, oh, they putting out way more games than Naughty Dog. They're the best PlayStation studio. Like, you motherfuckers sound crazy as fuck right now. When Naughty Dog drop their next game, it's gonna shit on everything that Insomniac put out. So
That dog takes way too long, bro. Like,
and it'd be working.
And gotta get back in there.
It's
We
worth
still
it.
ain't seen that
every time.
Wolverine. We still ain't see that Wolverine.
Yeah, they needed to slow down. I don't know why they revealed that shit. They was bugging.
Yeah.
They had too much dip on their chip.
This one's from Rico Flair 92 again. He says, y'all was glazing Insomniac for their output. All they was doing was creating DLCs. Crazy. Huh?
Big facts. Big facts.
Tony loved that, right? Tony loved these comments. Tony loved these comments, huh? We got another super chat donation from Papa John's. He says, J-Main question every time there's discourse around PlayStation, but anything but anything you always right there in the midst of it. Why is that? Fight in the fight daily. So you
Bro,
saying
that's
you'll
a
play?
fact. Anytime I
You
tweet
saying you're
about
throwing your cape?
PlayStation,
You saying
it comes
you
J
throwing the
Wade in
cape?
my
You
comments,
saying
bro.
Because I see the play between you, Big Cloud, and Jack Move Johnny. I see the play on y'all already, so I always want to question y'all
I
to see
told
what
you
y'all
that's
intention
that's the
is.
new meta, bro.
I want to see
You know
what
what I
y'all
mean?
intention
It's the
because
off-brand.
y'all shit,
It's the off-brand.
y'all
Oh no, it's
Kofi.
Alex meta. You know, it's like the off-brand
yeah,
alert.
like
The
y'all
off-brand
Relax.
y'all
alert.
shit not
You know
pure.
what I mean? They're
Y'all
not
shit
that
not pure.
egregious, but they're trying to say like we the real PlayStation gamers, but PlayStation sucks. Like
Because I
sucks.
look at these games and I'm like, since
Yo,
when
yo,
you
yo.
don't, since when you don't like this? Like since when you wasn't fucking with something like this? Like what went wrong?
Yo, Tony
Like,
became the
Yo.
biggest like gaming critic ever. Like that nigga's like 5-star Michelin restaurant type critic, nigga. He could like on PlayStation now. Like, cut it out, bro. Cut this shit out, bro.
Kofi, why did I tweet? Yo, this is crazy. We really got Xbox released before a proper PS5 Pro patch. Here come
J May was there.
It did get a behind the scenes low key upgrade actually.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But
nigga, I
Give
said,
me the facts.
and then
Give
I
me the
said,
facts.
then I said, no, I cleaned it up. I said, this is why I said a proper PS5 Pro patch. There's no PSVR. Here comes J-May. Bro, that's just the engine.
Facts. If you knew all about your PlayStation facts, you would know that it's running on a defunct engine and it doesn't even support upscaling on other platforms like
on
PC.
PC
So how
does
you
have
gonna-
no PSC does have DLSS upscaling.
Damn, J-May. Damn.
the proper way, or was it? Is
It has it's in the menu.
Damn.
Okay, then maybe I'm wrong on that. I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
Man throwing a Superman cape for PlayStation this morning.
Nah, but the engine is a piece of shit. It's like I think it's like a old version of Unity that they don't use anymore, or something like that.
Bro, anytime I had some PlayStation, like this nigga J-May, first responder, bro.
You know what? Yo, we pretty much went through a whole podcast without J-May and Mike ain't clipping up, bro.
Yes, sir.
I might have to keep this fucking program, bro. Holy J-Man, your shit's been working flawless ever since we moved over. I told you it was Discord low key, bro.
I mean, you haven't had a podcast with his new mic setup though.
Nah,
You got
I'm
a new
not
mic
using
set
a
up?
new mic.
Oh no?
Nah, I got a new headset, but I'm not using the mic from the headset.
Yo, guys, man. Shout out to everyone who's watching the podcast live. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everyone who's gonna watch the podcast later too, man. We appreciate y'all too. We haven't done a podcast in a couple of weeks, so you know what I mean, we're here giving y'all that entertainment. Hopefully you guys are actually enjoying the conversation and you know y'all are enjoying listening to the podcast. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button. I wanna J-Man, last podcast I said if they gave us 110 likes, I'm a you know, I put my foot in my mouth, I'm gonna do a little giveaway. They actually gave us that shit, you know what I mean? So now I owe them, you know what I mean? And I want to be a man of my word. So I want to pick out 3 people. But I need a cool way to pick out 3 people to win some. How should I do this, bro?
So don't pick E-Rock. Don't pick Papa John's. Who else was talking shit about me? Tony, don't put your name in there. You out.
Yo, I just want to say for the record, if you win the giveaway, Kofi does not fuck with you. This is a fact. It's a fact. Because I won the last giveaway. The nigga completely ignored that I won the giveaway and moved on to the next side. This nigga, I'm like, nigga, I won the giveaway. You're like, I
already told you. No. Yeah, they're gonna call it joint. Yeah, they're gonna call it rigged if the homies win. So no homies can win.
So if you win the giveaway, this nigga does not fuck with you. You know what I mean?
No homies. No, that's a good thing. That means you the homie if you can't win. If you can't win, that means you the homie. All right, so y'all need to, you know what I mean? Y'all need to give me some ideas. How should we pick this? How should we do this? Anyone got an idea? How should I pick 3 random people?
You should be able to get like a quick little app or something.
Not even an app, bro. I don't feel like putting in people in names in here and doing a draw. Just give a question. The first one to answer that shit gets it, bro. Let's do it nice and simple, bro. What type of question though?
What type of question? What type of
gaming trivia? Gaming trivia.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoa. What was Kofi game of the year last year?
Holy, what is my game of the year last year?
I don't even remember that shit. I guess that's a good one.
Nigga said Lego Horizon or Rise of the Ronin.
Oh, no, I know. Yeah, definitely Rise of the Ronin.
Rise of the Ronin, yes.
Yo,
y'all can't think of any good gaming trivia questions y'all could throw in the chat real quick?
Let me see.
Gaming trivia questions. Y'all come up with some real quick so we can give away. I'm gonna give away 3 $10 codes. So from the eShop, PSN, Xbox, whatever you guys want. Whatever you pick.
Okay,
Y'all pick. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button, man. We got 81 people in here. Hit that like button. We need some trivia, man. Y'all stumped? Y'all Googling? What's going on, bro?
I'm Googling, but I don't know why I can't really think of none off the top of my head.
Y'all can't think of
All
none.
right, I got one.
You got some? You got some?
What year was Master Chief born?
Oh shit! God damn, I couldn't tell you.
All right, Strat did the first one. Strat did the first one. Go ahead. Whoever answers it first. Strat, you know the answer?
I see it right here.
Somebody got it already?
Oh no, not yet. I see it, but I hear it.
Oh, you looking it up? Okay.
All right. Anyone know?
There's an answer in there.
86. Benji, not gonna try.
Right.
Oh, there we go. Let me see. Rico Flair.
Rico Flair got it? All right. Damn, this boy about to get his money back. Hold up. The boy about to get his money back. That's crazy, bro. He's about to get it right back, yo. That's crazy.
Master Chief was born March 7th, 2511.
2511. So okay, so you know Rico Flair shit. I'm just gonna hit refund on your joint, bro. Hold up. Nah, I'm playing, bro. We're gonna send you over the code, bro. We're gonna send you over the code, Rico Flair. Yo, Rico Flair 92, bro. Rico Flair 92. Do you have me on Twitter? Hit me up on Twitter, bro. We're gonna get you your refund for your super chat donation, bro. Look at that, bro. That's fucking crazy. Yo, does anyone have another one?
I'm winding down on one. Hold on.
Man sent us $10 super chat just for me to give it right back. Shit is crazy.
Yo, I got a good question.
Return to sender.
Return to sender. It's crazy.
Since people always putting this on my jacket, when did the fuck?
He said okay, wait, hold on, Tony. He said give it to someone else with a $20.
So who was next? Who was next up after him?
Who's
James
Lewis.
James Lewis. Yep.
James Lewis, you are the winner. Do you have me on Twitter? You have to find me. You have to contact me, bro. I ain't gonna chase after you. You gotta have to chase me, bro. Hit me up on Twitter. You know, send me a DM, and I got you, bro. Just like the last time, and all the people, I got you, bro. All right. So James Lewis, you the first one. All right, yo.
Tony's question gonna be crazy. I already know.
Nah. Tony's question. The first question is eliminated since it's too late. You know what I mean? So next question. Anyone got one?
Okay,
Trivia.
I got one.
Game and trivia. J-Man, go.
What year did Nintendo and PlayStation come together to make the partnership for the joint system that they were going to have come out?
I remember that.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the years. Let's see who's quick with the Google search.
This is the disc-based, basically, Super Nintendo.
Anyone in the chat got it?
Oh, I see somebody got
Diamond Days.
No, nobody yet. Nobody yet?
No one yet.
Make sure your answer is accurate, J-Man.
Oh, it's accurate. Remember,
Nobody
this is the year of the partnership.
Let's see who gets it, bro. Y'all do y'all Google research.
I got a good question.
All right, Tony, you asked the last one.
All right, somebody got it.
Who?
Viceroy, 1988 was the year.
Viceroy, you are the winner. $10 voucher for whatever you want. PSN, eShop, or Xbox.
Yo, Benji, you just put numbers out there, brother.
Just writing anything.
I thought he had it when he put 1998. That should look like 1988. I was like, that's what I saw. I was about to say Benji got it.
Viceroy, you are the winner. All right, one more. That's all I got, bro.
Yo, y'all don't know Kofi like I know Kofi.
All right,
So
Tony,
this nigga,
ask a question.
This nigga used to be a crazy unga bunga merchant. Kofi used to have a nasty accusation on his jacket that any game that you can fly in, that's his bag. And so my question is, this a Kofi classic. This a Kofi. I think the game's shit. But you know what I mean? When did the first Just Cause game come out?
You know, I thought you were gonna ask what year did Kofi launch the jean shorts?
Yo, come on.
All right.
Yo, Just
Whoever gets
Cause
that,
one,
whoever
that's
gets it right, whoever gets it right gets it. Stupid
Did you
ass
ever beat
question.
any Just Cause games?
Just Cause 3. So what was the question? What was the question,
When
Tony?
did Just Cause come out? When did Just Cause come out?
The first one?
The first one.
All right, this is an easy one for y'all to search up. Whoever's the first one types it gets it.
Just Cause.
Yo.
You have the answer in front of you.
Games you fly.
You have the
in,
answer. You have the answer in front of you.
Anthem getting shut down.
Who got it right?
Oh yeah, that's BG's bag right there.
2006.
Taiwo.
So Taiwo was the first one. Taiwo. There we go. That's 3. Y'all tap my pockets. That's it.
Congratulations to the winners.
Congratulations to the winner. For you to actually get receive y'all shit, you have to hit me up on Twitter. Send me a DM. I'll send it over right away. Okay.
Yes,
all right. All right, man. Did we pretty much cover everything that we needed to cover?
That was like the latest
shit.
Yeah, just the latest shit. We don't have to really go over some of the old stuff. I don't think there's anything really worth going over. People only care about the new shit anyways. So, yeah, I'm looking at it.
That was pretty much it.
I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, man.
I mean, Game of the Year apparently sold 1.4 million units. You know,
I
don't believe that. I don't trust that source.
Oh, yeah, that source. Yeah, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for a different source. I ain't gonna hold you. We're gonna wait for a different source, but I'm pretty sure Death Stranding 1 is probably gonna sell better than the first one. I would expect it to.
A lot of people, like more like you were saying earlier, more people on board with the second one based on like playing the first one later on.
It seemed like it took time for the first one to get more people on board of it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people played it after the fact. You know? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You seen that shit with Kojima was like he upset about the game because people was liking it when the first playtest happened.
Yeah, he wants people to hate it. He wants to be controversial.
Yeah, he wanted controversy. I'm like, this clout chasing ass motherfucker.
Okay, so a couple of things I just wanted. This is quick hits, there's no topics, but I think a couple of things I want to point out. PlayStation, when it comes to the PC ports, they have removed a lot of the kind of the regional stuff, like the region locks. Remember, there weren't certain games in certain regions, and it was like a big old deal that people were upset about. It seems like they're making a change. They're making a change to make the games available in more markets. And that's probably off the back of Stellar Blade, which is another thing I want to quickly say. Stellar Blade is now, I believe...
Great game.
Thanks.
The first PlayStation published game, strictly single player game, to reach over 100 concurrent players on Steam.
100,000.
100,000. My apologies. 100,000 concurrent players.
Just short of 200,000 at 192K.
At 192, which is absolutely incredible. As soon as it hit those numbers, PlayStation said, "Fuck that region shit," and unlocked all their shit. You know, they want their dollars.
It didn't make. I mean, I thought it was like a PSN regional thing, and if it is, I think certain areas might not have it or some shit like that. But then they got rid of that PSN mandatory thing, and then they got rid of it.
Yeah, because when that happened, remember when that happened to Helldivers 2, when they put it in afterwards, people that bought it in other regions couldn't play it anymore.
Yeah. Honestly, it was a thing that shouldn't have been a thing to begin with. So they made it right. They made it right. So that's good. I think, you know, going over the list. Oh, Marathon got delayed. Marathon got delayed. We didn't talk about that at all, but that shit got delayed. At this point, after watching Strat play the game, I can't lie. I have zero hype for that game, bro. He played that game. He made that shit look like the most boring shit.
Our creator's coming out, brother. It's all good.
Our creators is coming out.
Oh, another thing that we should mention, quick hits. Nintendo seems to be breaking all sorts of records, right? The Nintendo Switch has sold 5 million.
Apparently, that's false.
What?
Yeah,
Where
that
did that
was somebody asked Nintendo that, and they said that was
All right,
like for
scratch.
something else.
Scratch what I said there. Scratch completely what I said. It ain't real, bro. It ain't real. So
Yeah,
scratch
they
that,
had
bro.
to
It
bump
ain't
that.
real. They got me. It got debunked. They got me.
It is still selling crazy well though.
Yeah. All right. I think that's
And
that's
shout out
pretty
to
much
that
it,
Donkey
bro.
Kong. That Donkey Kong come out in a few weeks.
It looks good.
Hopefully I'm done with Death Stranding by then because I want to play that shit. That shit looks fire. I played the demo at Best Buy. It was
I
great.
think I didn't even read the super chat.
So
Hold up. I didn't read a super chat. Let me get to it. My bad. I must have missed this second one. This one's from Papa John's. He says, "Hey Kofi, I think the crazy amount of super glaze from Expedition 33 will get it to win that game of the year. I never seen people go so hard for any game like Expedition 33. You know what it is? I think the game is a great game, probably, but you know what? The game is a great game, but I think people are in love with the story too of the studio and the people behind it. I think that's what sometimes takes it, got people like overhyping it. Like I'm hearing that like the studio is obviously a new IP. I don't know if it's a small team. I did heard it was a small team.
Well, it started as a small team. It probably got a little bit bigger as they got closer.
Yeah. So I think people are in love with the story too.
Yeah,
Behind the
former
game.
Ubisoft devs that were able to create their vision without any big publishers coming in and telling them not that. Yeah,
So they love the story behind it. Yeah.
Even Astrobot benefited from that last year with people feeling like, the game was just a game. Like it was like, this is what we want. Developers getting back to just making fun games and not having to put all this other extra stuff in it. And, another smaller studio that, created something great and stuff like that. So the narrative definitely plays a part into it. That's why I still got Expedition winning.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a battle between that and probably Death Stranding. And yeah, Expedition sounds like it got a really good chance. It is rated higher. It got the public absolutely loves it. Right? You know what I mean? The people, everyone who plays it said this is. What do you say?
Highest of all time, right?
What's the highest of all time?
User critic score. On
the user critic score. I think it's really high. So it just seems like one of those stories that's just lining up for it to win. You know what I mean? Like it got everything on the side right now. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, Strat, I'm gonna need some visual proof of that DLSS on Helldivers 2. By the way, I can't.
this man did some googling, bro.
I can't find that shit nowhere. Dog.
Save a PlayStation, yo, holy.
There's an upscaling method. I don't know if it's DLSS, but there is one.
Look at that, caught up.
Wait,
got caught up.
If I didn't have, I don't have it installed anymore. But
come on, man, it's not on there. I did my Googles, man. It's not on there.
Anywho, I think we're gonna wrap it up, man. It's been a good pod. Shout out to everyone who came through. As you guys can see, Tony was not fired, bro. I know if y'all seen him. I'm just mad. I'm just mad I owe that boy $20, honestly, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie off the Diddy case bet, bro. But he is not fired, bro. They can tell
what's crazy is Kofi bought that on himself, bro. Man, just takes me out of nowhere. Diddy bet right now.
Baby oil bet right now. You seen they was dousing themselves in baby oil outside the courtroom when he was yo.
You ain't see the Fruco is not a Rico t-shirts being handed out.
Fuck Diddy.
Yeah. All right, man. That's it, man. We're gonna head out of here. Yo, shout out to everyone who came through. Please hit that like button on your way out. If you haven't, we would greatly appreciate it, man. Let's get it to 120 this time, bro. No, y'all can do it, bro. I know y'all can do it, bro.
You can do it.
You know what I mean? Y'all hit that like button. I know it's very challenging to scroll over your mouse and click that or use your thumb and press that. I know it's hard, bro, but y'all can do that for us, bro. You know what I mean? All right, man. We out of here. Y'all be safe. Take it easy. Next week.
Be safe on the 4th with them fireworks.